Well, hello, guys. This is an extremely impromptu stream because it has come to my attention that the Fakertarians just can't stop crying about me. And so what I thought we'd do is I'm going to treat the Fakertarians in exactly the same way that I treated the actual white identitarians when the actual white well-being and white positivity movement couldn't stop whining about me either. And we're going to do a meta reaction stream. Now the Fakertarians right now are going to go live to do a reaction to my stream that I did about them yesterday. And so I've got it up on the screen right here. And we're going to do a meta reaction stream to the Fakertarians. Because if they're going to act like little SJWs, they should damn well be treated like the SJWs that they are. I haven't had a full cup of coffee yet today, but I'm ready to go. Let me just get in. I literally set this up like so quickly that barely even have it. I didn't even upload a thumbnail. Oh my god, I even made a thumbnail and I didn't upload it. Well, we're gonna get ready. I'm gonna get the stream set up and we're just gonna wait for these guys to go live and then mock them relentlessly in the ways that they absolutely, unequivocally deserve to be mocked. How's everyone doing today? Please mount that like button for me. I know this is impromptu. We weren't expecting to do it. Don't worry, I'm still going to do effed up news later today. Just trying to get the stream set up. Everything's kosher. Man. These people. I probably shouldn't give them the attention if I'm honest, but I don't know. It's Sunday. This is the last time I did a meta reaction stream was literally for the white identitarians. When I found out the white identitarians were going to be talking about me, like 10 minutes before they went live, we did a whole nice meta reaction stream. Pissed them off something fierce. It really pissed that dude off. Hopefully it has the same effect here. Da-da-da. Oh, there's my thumbnail. Okay, now we have a thumbnail. Now we're going to turn on subscriber-only chat. We're even going to turn on monetization because you should always monetize your haters. Every single time. There we go. Now we're up and running. They're not up and running yet. What could possibly be holding them up? What could possibly make them late for their own stream? Yeah, probably. Well, we'll just wait here until the Fakertarians are ready to go live. I've got their chat up. Let's just make sure we're changing this to all chat, just to make sure we see all of the chat messages that come in on YouTube. We're ready, gentlemen. We're ready. We're ready for you to talk about me. Oh, here they go. Excellent. Hello, Patrick. Good morning to you. You know, I was rewatching some of the stream last night. These guys are so pathetic. They really are. But they're going to sell t-shirts, and that's really all that matters. I mean, talk about being grifters. They're already grifting more on this stream than I have. They've got one whole person watching. The one whole person watching their stream right now is me. Which is exactly what they wanted. I mean, let's be honest. I am kind of punching down here. But we're going to see how this goes. Don't worry, we're still going to do effed up news later. That's what I like to see. Oh god, I fucking left my knitting downstairs. Oh no, I left my knitting downstairs. I have to tell Victor to bring up my knitting. Victor is still sleeping. Oh, I hear sound. I'm gonna text Victor and tell him to bring my knitting upstairs once he gets his ass out of bed. He's sleeping on the couch. I mean, you guys are breathing heavy into the microphone. I can hear you. I don't know why you're just breathing heavy into the microphone. You guys hear that? Definitely hear heavy breathing. I mean, I'm sure, like, you know. Oh, there they are. There's our Johnny boy. That's what I'm gonna start calling him, Johnny boy. Oh, can't even hear him.
We're live now.
Oh.
Yep, that was 2 minutes.
I did not catch that, but all right. Oh, did you hear?
Oh, Hilditch. Oh, Hilditch, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, everyone. So obviously, we don't usually do streams like this on a random Sunday, but we had a special event last night.
But
so
someone talked about us on the
make
internet.
A reaction stream to Karlin Borisenko's reaction stream.
Yes, John. John, please tell us all the things you don't know about anti-racism while talking about being an anti-racist.
The former chair of the Libertarian Party of Pennsylvania.
Yes, exactly. Round 2.
And Karlin Borisenko, whose show I was actually on Thursday.
Can't get
She's
enough.
The Mises Caucus candidate for governor.
No, I am the New Hampshire Libertarian Party.
She wasn't a very big fan of the stream we did, and she decided to do a
mostly because I thought Jen was grossly incompetent and irresponsible in her.
I think our original podcast
taking on a leadership position she didn't really want.
Reaction stream. She was listening to the whole thing through. She was pausing it when she wanted to talk. I think it was.
John has learned how reaction streams go.
We're not actually gonna
he's learned how reaction streams go.
But me and the rest of us are going to bring up some of the things.
I should probably tweet out that I'm doing.
And respond to them.
John wants to respond.
All right.
Oh, I see. He got his fragile little sensibilities hurt by the fact that he doesn't know who Ibrahim Kendi is.
I think it's Karlin.
They're so bitter. They've been begging me to go on their channel all morning. They have been begging me to go on their channel all fucking morning.
That sounds reasonable.
They are so upset that I will not go on their podcast. I can show you guys on Facebook. So they've been begging me.
First thing I want to touch on. So when we do our normal streams, we stream them to YouTube, and we have, if you tuned in early to this stream, you'll see we had a thing up for 2 minutes that's just like an advertisement for the shirts we sell. We put that up there so that people can come in and not actually miss anything.
John Hudak is offended that I pointed out that they unlist their stream.
So it's kind of like a warning that we're about to go live.
They're not even playing my stream. What the fuck is this? John, you aren't even capable of doing a quality reaction stream?
We take down that original stream and we post a new one without like the 1 to 2 minutes of silence on it.
Let's see how long it takes for them to figure out that I'm streaming their stream.
I explained it in the chat, but she kept going on with it.
I didn't keep going on with it. I just wanted to watch your original stream.
I'm not sure what.
I just wanted to watch your original stream instead of the one that you put up afterwards.
Still, I'm gonna play that one. What's that say? Oh, it's John Waldenberger. John, it's probably not showing if you're commenting on this stream in our discussion group.
You have to click on the link in the discussion group. It says if you want your Facebook profile to be shown, you have to click the link and register so it can allow you. There should be a link in the video in the group.
Does it work though if you just go to the main page?
I'm gonna post this in their discussion group.
Just go to the main
if you
page
want to watch an actual reaction stream, you can watch my meta reaction stream.
Hiding something.
I'm posting into their Facebook group right now.
We're playing the unlisted video, like it's gonna do something, but whatever. So I don't know how many of you saw my appearance with her the other day on her show. We covered a lot of stuff. Her Hitler went to heaven stuff, which I'll get to.
Yeah, let's see what you have to say about that. Let's hear you lie about that.
The Libertarian Party of New Hampshire.
You absolute
systemic racism, all of that.
No, we didn't cover systemic racism. You don't know what systemic racism is. I do, you do not.
Candidate for governor in Pennsylvania. Well, he's not the candidate anymore, but so for anyone who
he's so triggered. He is so fucking triggered.
So last weekend,
he does look like he eats mail, like a terrorist. Good to see you, Richard.
Michael Heiss, the chair of the Mises Caucus, personally nominated for governor a man named Daryl Brooks. Now, Daryl is semi-famous.
I'm gonna win their bracket because of this. I just want them to hate me as much as they can possibly hate me, so I can win their bracket.
At the Four Seasons Total Landscaping press conference. He was a guy who was saying he saw some kind of election fraud. I don't think he did, but that's kind of his claim.
Are you a mind reader? Do you know what other people
Once that
saw?
happened, like once his name got out there at that press
Are you
conference,
a media, John?
people
My
also
God.
found out, and there were articles run on this, that he has a conviction for what was it? What's the best word to use here? Exposing himself to young girls. I believe that the allegation is that he was masturbating in front of them.
Watch how John
And
completely
I think there was something
mischaracterizes
where
this guy's
he's not on the sex offender registry
conviction,
anymore,
because
but
John
I
is himself
believe he
guilty
served
of
some time
systemic
for it.
racism and
And
unconscious
I
bias
think
and
it
doesn't
was,
want to
I
admit it
don't
because he's
think
a
it was the
guilty
result of a
little
plea
white
deal, from what I
cis
read. I'm pretty sure he
straight male
actually
liberal.
took it to trial.
So he's going to
He does
completely
maintain his
mischaracterize
innocence,
what's happening to a black man who was wrongfully
which
convicted by the system
Carlin kept
that
bringing
John
up,
keeps
because
wanting
she
to condemn
said
as
that
systemically racist, except
because
when
I
they convict
believe in the
people that he
idea
doesn't
of
like.
systemic racism, or this was essentially her argument, because I believe in the
No,
idea
my
of
argument is that you
systemic
don't know what
racism and
systemic
that
racism
the criminal
is.
justice system can
And that you
produce
are,
disparate
and
outcomes
if
for
systemic
minorities,
racism does exist, John,
I
you are
should
a
be
walking
okay with running this
embodiment
guy for
of it.
governor because
As a
it means
guilty,
he's innocent.
little,
She kept saying
straight,
that he was
cisgendered
wrongfully
white
convicted.
man
And I mean,
trying to
obviously
be a
there are a ton
white
of wrongful convictions.
savior
I mean,
for black people,
to
but
be
only
clear,
the ones who agree with you,
he's an
not the ones who
African-American man,
disagree with you.
in case that wasn't obvious talking about the systemic racism thing.
But
She kept saying
I
that
have
he
Carlin
was
derangement
wrongfully
bingo.
convicted.
I have it. I'll chat it in. I
And
have it. I made one.
while he says that, there's no definitive
I totally have a
even
Carlin derangement syndrome
extremely
bingo.
convincing proof that he is. He might have been innocent. I'm not saying for sure that he's not. I mean, he was convicted at a trial, but people do get convicted at trials even when they're innocent sometimes. So maybe he was and maybe he wasn't. But regardless, unless you can really prove, at least convincingly, that this guy was innocent,
he did. He wrote a whole book about it.
Putting him
He wrote a whole book about it. He wrote a whole book about it. Literally wrote a book about it.
Help the party in any way. It's not like this
John
guy
Hudak believes in systemic racism when it's convenient for him to do so, and does not believe in systemic racism when it is not convenient for him to do so.
I mean, he was
that's really what
Trump
it is.
Guy who thinks the election was stolen. Like, it's not even like he's a particularly special candidate on his own. So she was saying, she was telling me that, like,
Isn't it convenient? Isn't it convenient to believe in systemic racism when it suits you?
Here's what Archie says.
And they completely ignore an obvious instance of bias and systemic racism when it does not suit you. Like a little hypocrite, just like an SJW would do.
I don't have the case file on me.
John Hudak, I haven't really looked into it or read the guy's book that presented evidence that he was wrongfully convicted. But, you know, it probably isn't true because it's inconvenient for my argument.
He might be. Again, like I'm saying, he might be. But it's still not a good idea to put him up for governor on a mic.
The soy does run deep with John.
Michael Heiss actually said that, I believe he maintained that he didn't know about this conviction, which is a whole nother level of incompetence, because I don't know, if I were going to personally nominate a guy for governor, I would probably at least like run a
That's
Google
my Carlin
search
derangement
first.
syndrome bingo.
Not even like,
the chat.
you're not
take
even
5 minutes. Just 5 minutes and Google it. Just see what's up.
It's not even like this would have taken like a fucking background check on
this
him.
is all these guys have. We don't like who you nominated for governor. This is like literally all they have.
And this is what comes up. But I don't know.
These guys do nothing but complain all day, every day. I'm in their group. I see it. All they do is complain.
The reason he ended up not being the nominee for governor was because I believe Pennsylvania has a residency requirement where to qualify as a candidate for governor, you have to be a resident of Pennsylvania for 7 years. And he didn't meet that requirement. So it's an even whole nother level of incompetence that Heiss didn't check into that. But okay. Another systemic racism thing she brought up
that you don't know who Ibram X. Kendi is
last night, and
that you have no idea who Ibram X. Kendi is.
So I was giving her all these sorts of statistics.
I don't give a fuck. You don't know who Ibram X. Kendi is.
Minorities are discriminated
against. Admit you don't know who Ibram X. Kendi is.
There were a ton of studies I was referencing.
Thank you, Caleb. Caleb says, I admire your ability to make people go insane by simply existing. Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate that. What a wonderful compliment.
Actually goes down at night when police can't tell the race of the driver as much. Studies saying that blacks and Latinos.
Yes,
are
John,
more
and I
likely to be
agreed with
pulled
you
over,
that the
but,
criminal justice system is in
on the
dramatic need of
percentage
reform. That
stops,
wasn't what
it's
we were
whites who are
talking
more
about.
likely to be actually found with something illegal. And I was going through. I was
John is
listing
all
off
like
those,
systemic racism when it suits me, but not when it doesn't.
and then we kind of went, when I was on the show, we kind of went
What
on a
John is
tangent. There were
essentially
some
saying
things
right
she was
now is
bringing
I
up all
know
this stuff that
significantly more
people
about this
said is
topic than he
racist.
does.
There wasn't a whole lot of context for it. I mean, one of the things was apparently
Trees.
someone thinks trees are racist,
Yes.
and I don't
Mainstream.
know how that really
I
relates
just
to my
don't,
argument. Like, I don't think
because
trees are racist.
Oh my god!
It just seems kind of like a
John again
caricature
admitting that I know
of the position.
substantially
Oh,
more
yeah,
about this topic
going back
than
to
he
what
does.
Jeremy said,
I've never heard of it,
let
so
me
it just must
backtrack a
not be
little bit.
relevant to my argument.
That guy that Darrell
Has
Brooks
done
that Heist
no
nominated for
research into
Pennsylvania
this at
governor,
all, and purports to be an
he's
expert.
also running for Congress. I believe it's as a Republican. Like, he even like posted on his Facebook page about it like a month or two ago. And I also believe it might even be in New Jersey. So that's kind of weird. But okay, where was I? Oh yeah.
Such a scared little bitch.
Carlin pivoted to
I mean, he's pronouncing my names correctly, so I'll give him credit for that.
Said are racist, and I was like, well, they don't seem, not knowing the context, those things don't seem particularly racist to me.
Exactly, John, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Doesn't really address my argument of systemic racism, because I was giving concrete examples about how the criminal justice system discriminates against minorities.
He could not give one.
And then she started bringing up
Ibram X. Kendi,
specific authors and specific books
that he's never heard of.
And one of the people talked about was a guy by the name of Ibram X. Kendi.
He doesn't even know his name.
I had heard the name before.
Ibram X. Kendi, not Ibram. Ibram.
Particularly he doesn't even with him. I
doesn't
can't
even
really
know who he is.
Much of what he believes, if at all. But she was saying like, "Oh, you haven't even read this book," and
no,
I think there were two or three books she was referencing, saying like, "How can you be an anti-racist if you haven't read like the anti-racist book?" And it was like, well, I can just be against racism. I don't know.
So, John, you're admitting that you don't understand what anti-racism actually means. You don't. John Hudak just admitted that he does not understand what the definition of anti-racism is, but he still calls himself an anti-racist. I haven't
read these two specific books.
Yes, because it literally is the definition of anti-racism in the book. Right. That's the literal definition of anti-racism that you claim to be, but you don't know it because you never read the book.
That you are a racist. Correct.
You're right. There should be.
I don't think she said I'm a racist.
Whoa, okay,
Karen. You absolutely,
fine,
you were right
fine.
about that.
So how do you define anti-racism?
Well, you would know how you define
being against racism. Oh,
no, that's not the definition of anti-racism.
Ozzy's comment that just came up, and I just checked it.
That's not the definition of anti-racism.
Live streaming this stream.
Oh,
on her
they
channel
found out.
Are you serious?
They found out.
Let me see if she's commenting.
Come on.
Hi, Karen.
Yeah, she's commenting.
Karen. Hi.
They're so desperate for me to go on their stream.
Okay,
they're so
Carlin,
desperate.
you are welcome to come on.
No.
I will send you the StreamYard link. Just pop up in the comments. You can come on right now and we can talk about this.
Nope.
The stream is
no.
The Fakertarians are obsessed with me and can't stop whining about it. A meta reaction stream. Time out for a second. Time out. Didn't you take our entire podcast yesterday with Jen Moore?
It's called a reaction
stream. And create a 2.5-hour podcast about it.
I did, but that was less about you than it was about Jen Moore being an incompetent leader. It has nothing actually to do with you guys. It has to do with Jennifer Moore being absolutely incompetent and derelict in her duty.
It was a podcast with someone totally different.
Yes, who I was commenting on her absolute ineptitude.
You were mentioned briefly.
I was commenting on Jennifer Moore's absolute ineptitude.
So I don't know how we're.
I'm allowed to stream for as much as I want to stream. I wasn't commenting about you, John. Okay. You're not even worth commenting about.
But back to Ibram X. Kendi here.
Ibram.
So just said we have.
How dare you mispronounce the name of a black man while claiming to be an anti-racist? Can you like even fathom that this guy claims he's an anti-racist and is purposefully mispronouncing the name of the black man who literally wrote the book How to Be an Anti-Racist?
You can see all sorts of statistics and believe in systemic racism.
Ibram X. Kendi would probably consider John to be massively racist because of this entire stream.
Even referenced in that book.
That's the irony of it.
Like,
Ibram X. Kendi would
probably within the last decade. And
yes,
there's obviously systemic racism before the last decade. So I don't
Okay, have you read Kimberly Crenshaw? Have you read John Delgado?
Or you couldn't believe in it
or
in
Richard
the 90s
Delgado?
because the book hadn't come out yet. Like, it's not.
Have
it's
you
not
read?
Really
have you
with me
read
anywhere.
any salient text related to this topic
the
at
idea
all?
that you have to read every like seminal work from an ideology to call yourself that ideology is actually kind of interesting.
The idea
because I know
you
that Carlin
have to
told me,
read every
this
seminal
is
work
fine,
of an
that
ideology.
She hasn't read a lot of libertarian theory and still calls herself a libertarian. Like,
yes. I am factually registered as a member of the Libertarian Party.
Believe in certain principles without actually having
but
read.
I have read books about topics that I go after all day, every day. I don't call myself an anti-racist when I haven't read the. Well, I actually have read the anti-racist books.
I like that book, but it's not required reading.
You're literally calling yourself an anti-racist while mispronouncing the name of a black man who wrote the book How to Be an Anti-Racist.
About Daryl Brooks, that governor candidate. The difference there is that I'm not personally nominating Ibram X. Kendi for the governor of whatever state.
Still mispronouncing the name of a black man while claiming to be an anti-racist. Ibram X. Kendi himself would view that as pretty fucking racist, John.
Bare minimum.
A bare minimum there. Yeah. I mean, she also said that I base my ideology around Ibram X. Kendi.
And you do. You just don't know it.
I mean,
you just don't know you do.
I'm not sure how you can base your ideology
because Ibram X. Kendi runs the Center for Study of Anti-Racism at Boston University, which you would know had you done the bare minimum of research into the topic that you're claiming to be an expert on.
Conclusions.
Ibram X. Kendi is the person behind a lot of the bullshit that informs what you think about this.
Because of him.
Yes, you did. Also, you just don't know it.
Like, I'm sure we disagree on some things too. Like, he might have some good things to say. I've been told by some people
Kendi would consider you a racist for saying that you might disagree with him.
He's written some decent things, but I'm sure I think even when I was on Carlin's stream the other day, I think she brought up some things that he said.
My God.
And I was like, no, I disagree with that.
So and that would make you a racist in the eyes of Ibram X. Kendi. The fact that you don't think that present discrimination should exist to counter past discrimination means that you, under Ibram X. Kendi's ideology, are considered a racist. Congratulations, John. You are a racist, according to Ibram X. Kendi, who you have never read.
Okay, we'll keep going. Let me just take a sip of this monster first. I just want to say hello.
Well, no. First of all, Colin, why won't you debate me? Why won't you?
Because you don't act in good faith.
Because she's a coward. That's what she was saying all the time.
Yeah. No, I get that, Stetson.
I haven't put myself into an elected leadership position in my state party that requires me to be around you. I have a bad record with I have a really bad record with overtly like self-aware I can't even speak today with men in the UK who have low self-esteem. I'm not bringing another man in the UK with low self-esteem into my life. I'll tell you that right now.
This is like watching a soap opera. The two feminine boys look at each other in missed opportunities as the woman standing there says, "Come on, guys." Another person, he reminds me of Hunter. I don't know if that's the same person or
They're reading your guys' chat right now.
The soy runs deep with John. That's my favorite insult I get. If anyone knows anything about me, it's just really funny. But I won't even ruin it for them because I want them to keep doing it. What do these soy boys know? What else do we got?
Who do you think? Whose stream do you think they're watching? Are they watching mine or theirs?
John, like an SJW. I don't know what I'm doubling down on. But I mean, I probably might have more context for it if I.
How is he doubling down? Explain.
I mean, I might have more context for it if I saw exactly like what point of the stream they commented at, because there aren't like timestamps on this, and I can't tell exactly where Carlin is in her stream right now.
I'm literally where you are, John. I'm where you are exactly.
New people we have watching today. We're glad you're listening.
Thank you.
So, another thing I want to cover from the reaction stream from last night.
They do have 7
during
views.
Our
it's true. It's
Jennifer
true.
Moore podcast. Carlin was in the comments, and she asked me something along the lines of, because she was going.
I asked you to have some integrity, any integrity at all, which you do not.
and she asked me something and then we were talking about her a bit, and she asked me something along the lines of, tell them that you know that I'm against anti-Semitism or something like that.
I wanted to
don't
see what
remember
you would
exactly
actually
what it
say,
was,
and you
but it was like,
fail
if you have
dramatically.
I don't remember what the word was. If you have any something, like, tell them that we're...
Oh,
that
John
I'm against
Waldenberger is watching us.
anti-Semitism.
Hi, John.
So I said something like,
Hi.
I want to address this comment. I give her credit. She's come out against the gripers and all that. And even though there's people
The group
who
I've
in the
gone
party who are
after, not the
recruiting them, and I
gripers.
think I said credit where credit is due. And then I said something about
not the gripers.
her
John
being
demonstrating
against white
again. He doesn't know what he's
nationalists, or
talking
telling me
about.
that she's against white nationalists, and I was like, yeah, that's great.
Doesn't know what he's talking about.
And she actually, when I was on her show on Thursday, she did say that, like, from how I described Ryan Dawson and from how I described...
I've never watched Ryan Dawson and listened to Ryan Dawson, so I have no idea. I have no idea if John was giving an accurate description.
She's against it, as long as it's what I'm actually saying it is. And I give her
Exactly,
credit
as long as
for
it's
that.
what
Like,
you're actually saying it is.
I don't know why she thinks I don't give her credit, because that's great. Like, I wish Dave Smith would come out and be like, oh yeah, Ryan Dawson's terrible, or
you can feel
Nick
his
Fuentes
anxiety,
is
can't
terrible.
you?
Like, that's what I've been...
It's like little man
asking
syndrome.
them to do
little man
this entire time, because coming out against people like that is how you stop them from thinking they're welcome in your organization, which is happening in the Mises Caucus right now. But she got mad that I didn't give her credit for being
that wasn't why I was mad. That wasn't why I was mad.
I don't have, like,
because you guys like to pretend that I'm a fucking anti-Semite for fucking owns and for political points, while completely ignoring...
I did some Googling.
The other
I did
far
some
more significantly important part of the story,
and I was actually,
which is that I've been attacked by these people relentlessly for the better part of the last fucking year.
Some of her reactions to some of the white nationalist people, like, I saw she was arguing against white identitarianism. I saw
talk about any of that on the
Nick
stream
Fuentes
yesterday, did you?
homophobe and stuff like that.
No, I didn't. I called him a repressed homosexual.
But I didn't know, like,
I called him a repressed homosexual.
Everything she's ever written on the topic. I figured bringing up gripers and mentioning white nationalists would pretty much be sufficient.
Those are not the same groups.
It was just
not the same groups.
Offhand comment.
But
she said that I was a weasel for not giving her good enough credit.
Yep. When you guys want to talk about that fucking Holocaust tweet ad nauseum every fucking day, and you want to ignore a mountain of evidence...
Just calling Jen Moore a coward. Does anybody know?
I was calling Jen Moore a coward, but I think all of you are cowards, but Jen Moore is the person I was calling a coward in that particular circumstance. Yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, we invited her to come on...
No.
My question is...
You want me to come on your channel far too much for me to come on your channel.
My question is, do you support discrimination?
You'll need to see
the
anti-racist.
Oh, Incognito's over there.
Oh, okay. I'm curious, how
Nick
can you
is
call
doing
yourself
the
an
Lord's
anti-racist when you don't even know the people who coined the term? Also, according to Ibram X. Kendi, to be an anti-racist, you must discriminate. I call myself an anti-racist because I'm against racism.
That's not what anti-racism is. That's not what anti-racism is, which John would know. Like, he actually read
I'm not
the books.
Using some special term created.
You're using completely the incorrect definition. You're using the wrong definition.
I don't know.
That is not the correct definition of anti-racism at all.
What the problem is there?
In any way.
Oh! Give me a second. I wish Charlotte would come back, especially because we need someone to hold it down, because my dogs are going to bark at them in a second.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, we're pausing for a second here.
Okay. So,
while we're pausing, please make sure you mount that like button, guys, if you're enjoying the stream so far.
I guess I could do the Titano Boa while we're waiting.
He could.
Just kidding, everyone.
John Hudak has had several days in which he could literally Google Ibram X. Kendi, and he hasn't bothered to.
Yeah, Karen, did we already get to her Hitler goes to heaven comments?
See, and this is where we get into the fact that I think these people have no integrity at all, because they're like, oh yeah, she's against white nationalists, but let's talk about that
Hold it down for a second.
Let's talk about that tweet. Have we talked about the tweet yet? Oh yeah, maybe she did a little thing for months with white fucking nationalists. But let's talk about that tweet that we are deliberately misinterpreting and deliberately taking out of context.
Boa.
Victor hasn't brought me my knitting yet, Judy. He's still
So the
sleeping
Titanoboa
downstairs.
is an extinct genus of very large
But the
snakes that
tweet!
lived in what is now
The
La Guaira
tweet!
in
God, what a
northeastern
misstep not
Colombia.
bringing up my knitting. That's okay.
This is what we read when we have technical issues or something comes up.
Isn't this stream fascinating? They probably have more viewers right now than they've ever had before talking about
We're
me.
currently just
That
waiting
seems
for
to be how
John.
this stuff works. Well, no, they've ragged on
See
other
what the
people that are more
comments say.
famous than me, but
Yeah, I don't get why, like, if you say you can't
none of
just be
these
like
people-
anti-racist just because you're against
none
racism.
of these
You have to
people
agree with everyone
understand
who's
the
ever
tone,
used
the
the term.
Okay, I'm
terms that
back.
they're using.
So
Sorry.
as I was saying, I don't think the term anti-racism is
Never give
defined
in, never back
just by
down,
one
never
guy
bend the
using
fucking
it. I mean,
knee,
it
Sean.
literally means
Okay?
anti-racism. As this
No,
comment's saying,
that's
he does
literally
not
not
have
what
a
it means.
monopoly on
That's
the
not what it
idea
means.
and the topics
That's
surrounding
not what it
And to
means.
bring up, I think the question that was on there before, Tom who? Who do we got? Who do we got? Tom here. Do we have Tom Woods in the comments somewhere? I wish. But to bring up the topic before, I think someone was
He is
asking
sweating
if I
so
believe
hardcore.
in discriminating because I'm anti-racist,
Yes.
and no. I mean,
No.
Then
no,
you
no
don't
one here
actually
does.
believe in
Against racial
anti-racism.
discrimination.
Then you
I
don't believe in anti-racism. You just don't know
not
it
sure
because you
where
don't
that's
know
coming
what the
from.
definition of the term is.
Okay. Archie just asked if we want him on.
Yeah, go ahead and bring Archie
Yes,
on.
Archie, come on.
He'll
Come on. We know you're not
saw
doing
that.
anything else in Vermont. Come on. Come on the stream, Archie. Do it. Do it.
Okay, I just sent the thing to Archie. Okay, where were we?
Yes,
Sorry for that
Boomer,
interruption, everyone.
John
all our new
Hudak thinks he
listeners.
has the power to change definitions of
Yeah,
words.
I was
like
not
an
doing well
SJW.
there. I was really
Just
trying
like an
to
SJW.
No, I'm sure you held it down. Okay,
Guys, how is my
was
sound
quick.
sounding in relation to theirs? It sounds
Someone
fine to
in
me,
her-
but please
in
let
her
me know if
comments is
anything is
saying
like
it's
way out of
obvious
balance.
now that he knows what it means. He's doing the Mott and Bailey. No,
He
I'm
still
not
doesn't know what it
familiar
means.
with even how
He literally still
Archie,
does not know what it
Ibrahim
means.
Kendi describes it.
Ibram.
When I
Keep
say
mispronouncing the names
anti-racist,
of a
I
black
mean
man.
just against racism. I mean, it's pretty.
That's not what it means.
It's pretty simple there.
That's not what anti-racism
Thank
means.
you, Josh, for being nice to me.
Archie, I don't know if you're aware, but we're literally live streaming on Karlin Borisenko's channel right now, and she is commenting on
Archie
this.
was probably watching over here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard that part.
They are
I didn't
aware.
catch all of
I
it,
would say
but-
they are aware. Yes.
Yeah,
I would say
I'm
they're
talking
aware.
really
Incognito. So that is literally not what anti-racist is, according to those who coined the term. You haven't done your research. Okay, so here's the thing.
Please explain to us
Their
what
version of
anti-racism is, Archie.
anti-racism is indeed their own thing, but it isn't. They don't have a monopoly on the
They
words
literally
anti
do.
and racist.
They literally
And
do.
if they want to make their own ideology, yes, we should, we should be certain to be separate from that, because a lot of what they have to say is nonsense.
Oh, Archie Flowers
But libertarians
is
are by
disagreeing with
default
Ibram X.
against
Kendi.
racism, because racism is a form of collectivism, and
Why
we
is
are
Archie
individualists. We
Flowers
stand for
disagreeing
everyone's
with one of the
rights.
most prominent
and we
black
stand for
scholars in the
individualism.
world today? Why? How
Racism
dare he?
is the antithesis of that.
No, it's not. That's
So
not what
by
it means.
whatever name you want to call
That's
it,
not what it means.
we're against that. Does that make sense, Incognito?
Let me put it in a way you
It
can
makes
understand.
sense that
know
you
how when
still don't know the
libertarians are called
definition of
Republican light
anti-racism.
because we're just Republicans with weeds? We don't actually have to live by that term. We don't have to fit that definition.
I just love
and
how
we
they're just
don't.
putting on
So
display
that's
right now for all
basically
of
it.
us
We
that
all
they
have our own
don't
terms.
fucking know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make
I
a
just wanna
whole
comment
video
on our
where I'm
comments now,
going
since
to
I'm jumping back and forth
I'm gonna
between
clip these
our
guys, and then I'm
comments
gonna
and
clip
Carlin's
him
comments.
with Ibram X.
Josh
Kendi
Barton
talking about
said,
the actual definition of the
term
word.
anti-racism never existed before this guy with a question mark, and I mean it probably did.
Has
I don't know.
anyone
Let me see-
in
let
their
me see how
chat
long this guy's been
even
around for. I'm gonna Google him
bothered
real
to
quick.
Google
We'll
Ibram
make
X?
this a
No.
fun
Oh
stream here
wow,
today.
John's gonna Google Ibram X.
And
Kendi
he's
for the first time
39.
on this stream.
If you want to put it
How
on
to be an-
screen, you
How to
can.
be an anti-racist. It was a New York Times bestseller in 2020. When was it released? Oh, okay.
Before that,
It was published August 13th, 2019.
mhm.
I do have the feeling that
It
the
wasn't
term
Kendi's first
anti-racist,
book on the topic.
existed before.
Well, how
August 13th,
convenient in that it
2019?
wasn't Kendi's first
I mean,
book
even
on
if
the
he's
topic.
even if he commented about it
It's just
before
the
the
most
book,
convenient
like,
one
let's say
to
he
use
talked
to
about it,
own
like,
you
5
guys
years
because you're
before,
idiots.
I would imagine the concept also existed then. I mean, I think I'm pretty
Keep
clear
following
what I
it back,
mean when
John.
I say I'm
Keep
anti-racist.
Googling.
If you don't think that's a
No,
good label for it,
you're
fine.
not using the
I think
correct
it's
definition.
a totally fine label because it says exactly what I'm trying to convey. If you think that's different, fine, but that doesn't mean I define
You don't
my
get to change the
ideology
definition
based
of
on
things just
some
because
guy
you're
I'm not
a
even
liberal, cis,
particularly
white
familiar
man.
with.
You don't get
Archie,
to
you
change
want
the
to weigh in
definition of
on
things,
anything there, or do you want
John.
to move on to another topic? Because I have some other ones here.
Ozzy had a great question in the comments. Carlin, those who coined the term libertarian were socialists. You call yourself a
I
libertarian.
call myself a
You have to
libertarian
be a
because I'm a
socialist.
member of the New
That is-
Hampshire
I mean,
Libertarian Party.
The thing is, especially today, I mean, we are basically in a cold civil war, and the first casualty of war is the truth. War is
like the truth,
primarily
Archie, that
fought
that
as propaganda.
Archie, you
even
mean like
before
you mean
a
like the
single
truth
bullet
that if you
flies.
had been left in charge of the
So,
Vermont
take a
Libertarian
look at a
Party, they
word
would have
like
lost ballot
capitalism.
access? You mean like that kind of
When
truth?
I talk about capitalism, I'm using it because I grew up in basically the 80s and the 90s. I'm using it as a free market ideal where actual free trade
Archie, why
takes
were you
place
incapable
on
of
a
calling
level
any
playing
meetings
field.
for the Vermont
It's
Libertarian
nothing
Party?
like what we actually have as an economy today, which is basically corporate rule.
Is Archie coming out against
But
capitalism?
a lot of people
Holy
online
shit. Archie
will
Flowers just
attack
came out against capitalism.
as though they're attacking free markets when we don't have free markets today.
Archie Flowers hates
Like, I mean,
capitalism.
it's just talking past each other, and it's the same thing with the term anti-racist.
Yeah, no, I think that is a good definition because different people have different definitions of words, but
See, they're
it depends on
SJWs. They
what
think that you
actually
can just
mean by the
like
word. And I'm telling
change
you
the
what I mean
definition
by
of
the word.
words willy-nilly
I
based
don't-
on what suits you.
I might have some agreements with this
That's an
guy on some
SJW
things.
thing.
I probably have some disagreements with this guy on some things.
Then he would
But
say you're a racist.
the fact that I haven't read his book doesn't mean I can't say that I'm anti-racism.
It does actually.
Just it
Well,
doesn't make
according to Incognito,
you
we could
can,
just
but
watch
you-
her stream and we would be educated.
That's true.
well, we'd be educated on how the term is used by
No,
the guy
we would
she's
actually
referring to.
we would actually
I'm
be
telling you
watching
how
the
the term
people
is
who
used by
use
me.
the term.
I'm telling you, and I'm not the only.
John would
person
rather
who
just
uses
make
the
up
term
his
this
own
way.
definitions than
I
actually
run into a
refer
lot
to
of
the
people
people
in
who are
libertarian circles who
championing
say they're
these
against
terms and these
racism, and they're
ideas.
not-
We
they're
watch
not
entire
using it-
presentations from these
They're not
people,
basing
John.
it on.
You
on
make
this
shit
book.
up.
It's
We
only been
watch
out,
what they're
like,
actually saying.
What, 3 years? 2.5 years? I don't know.
Yes, they'll
Okay,
be
let's
filleting
get to some
Marcus
other,
in the hereafter. It's
topics we have
true.
here.
It's so
Archie,
true.
how long have you been watching the stream for? Because I want to see if we want to backtrack on anything first.
Yeah, and one of those
I don't know
viewers
when
is
you
me.
started.
Remember, they've had 3 viewers.
Okay.
I came across a tweet that you were on here, and so I decided to watch and start commenting, and then I'm like, hey, why don't I join?
No, yeah, that's perfect because Helditch had to pop out. And again,
Yeah, that's because he's a coward, for the record.
Again, I want to, since I'm sure Carlin's watching right now,
Yep.
I would love for her to come on right now. We'd have a
Nope.
great discussion. Just
Nope.
send me a Facebook message. And
Never
I
gonna
will-
happen.
Or comment here, and I will
Never
send you the
gonna
StreamYard
happen.
link right away.
You want it too much. I keep
okay.
telling you guys, they want me on this channel so fucking bad.
She said last night in that stream, I mean, obviously she went at Jen Moore a lot.
Yes,
and
that was the
I'm
whole
not even
purpose
really
of the
gonna
stream.
touch on that because I think
I care much less about you
think the
guys than I
podcast
do
we
about
did with
Jen Moore
Jen
being a fucking
really
coward
speaks
and
for
an
itself.
incompetent leader.
I think she had good reasoning for what she did, and she can defend herself fine. I think she was a good chair, and I think she's a good activist. But one of the things that Carlin brought up was about Carlin's own run for governor of New Hampshire. She is the nominee for the Libertarian Party of New
Technically.
Hampshire. And she said that
They
her
feel like they're going to
campaign-
crack the case.
I
They're going to
believe
crack
this
the
is
case now
a
that I'm
direct
not
quote,
a
if
serious.
not
This is not a
pretty
serious
damn
campaign.
close to a direct quote, and she can.
They're going to crack the case. Wait for it.
correct me in the comments.
Wait
or
for
in
it.
Her in her
I've only
stream's
been
comments.
talking
I'll
about
take a
how
look
this
at it.
isn't a serious
But
campaign
she
since
said
I got
that her
nominated.
campaign for governor isn't serious.
Oh, you cracked the case, John. You
I'm not
cracked the
entirely
fucking case.
sure
You
what she
cracked
means
the
by
fucking
that. Like,
case.
I
I am
know
not
obviously,
seriously running
like,
for governor. You
there's not
cracked
much
the
of a
fucking
chance
case
of her winning.
because
I
this
wouldn't say that
entire
that's-
system is only
I wouldn't
worthy
say
of
that
indignation.
not having a good chance of winning is a good reason to not take a campaign seriously. I mean, I imagine
I take it very
going
seriously
to be
in regards
using
to getting
party
additional resources for
in-
Jeremy's
in this
campaign.
campaign. I don't know why we would
You're not
just
using party resources for
waste
shit.
them. Like,
What party resources
I
am I
don't
getting?
know
So John Hudak is
New
literally making
Hampshire's
stuff up
exact
right now.
structure with
What
how
party resources
they
am I
achieve
getting
ballot access,
exactly?
but and maybe Archie knows because I know you're in Vermont. But I know in a lot
what
of
resources
states,
am I getting exactly?
what the
What
governor
resources am I
candidate
wasting?
gets, in the actual election is very important in determining whether ballot access is going to be easy to get or whether you're going to need to
we're
get a
putting
million
all that
signatures
into
in.
the Senate race because the Senate race is more
Or do
important.
you have any insight on that or no?
I have no.
Oh, we got Jeremy.
Oh, look, Archie doesn't know what he's talking about.
To ballot access in other states.
We aren't going to get 4% in the governor's race because Chris Sununu is going to trounce in the governor's race, but we can get 4% in the Senate race, which is where we're putting all our resources.
Even
4%
if it's not
in the Senate race
thing, like, let's
gets
say
us ballot access.
they'll get ballot access regardless.
The plan was never for me to run for governor. Like, that was never the fucking plan.
0.05% of the vote. It still just seems like a total waste of party resources.
There are no party resources going into it. You're literally making shit up, John. You're literally making shit up.
I don't know exactly
no party resources are going into my campaign.
Not going to campaign at all? Does she mean she doesn't want people to vote for her? I know she said she wanted people to vote for her.
People can vote for me if they want.
It just seems like a bad look to put forward. I don't think we want governor candidates just not taking their campaign seriously.
You don't live in New Hampshire, John.
We already have enough problems in the Libertarian Party as is. I think that's probably going
you'll be thrilled to know that we take Jeremy Kaufman for Senate very seriously.
There's a guy in our comments just basically just talking about, well, black people have this advantage. Like,
I don't think.
I feel like everyone that's watching their stream are like my viewers.
That. I don't think that's the best way to solve systemic racism. But I also don't think, I think stuff like that absolutely pales in comparison to what minorities actually deal with.
Jared, these people want to be in control of the Libertarian Party.
Is in our comment. I'll get back to this.
This is why all this is necessary. These people want to be in control.
Comments. Happy to see Carlin is still living rent-free in your head. Who cuck. He always calls me that. It's really funny because I never even notice when he does it because he has me blocked. I just get it. It gets sent to me sometimes. But Adam, you're welcome to, or Adam John or Adam, whatever you go by. You're welcome to join the stream too. We'd be happy to have you on. And then you'd actually, by proxy, you would be on Carlin's show. So it's like, it's a one right there. You can achieve your dreams right there. Okay, where were we at? Oh yeah. So I don't think, I would say things with affirmative action pale in comparison to what minorities have actually experienced and what they still experience to this day. Like it's such a smaller thing. I mean, it's not like that. There's so much in the criminal justice system, especially with how they're victimized by police. They get longer sentences. They are more likely to be. They're more likely to be searched.
John can't even stay on topic.
Arrested for a drug crime.
He was offended that I was running for governor. Now he's talking about systemic racism again.
Usage. There's really serious stuff going on here. And
Metastep, see you over there, Metastep. Well done.
Programs like that are the way to really fix it. They're more like just little band-aids. I think we need something like, oh, what do we got here? Oh.
Brian.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I saw you were doing this live stream talking about
Brian, you are on Carlin Borisenko's show right now.
I'm on Carlin Borisenko's show.
They're so excited. They're so excited, aren't they?
Yeah, she's live streaming our live stream. So
these guys are just presenting a resounding amount of credibility.
A little music to play.
Oh, we're gonna mute that. We're gonna mute that. I just muted it. No, it actually won't. Well, the video already got demonetized, but it'll come right back up. They're talking about how they're playing music right now to demonetize me, but I've got them muted. Look at them. They're so proud of themselves. They don't realize I can just mute their shit.
Yeah.
Okay, now they stop playing music.
It makes me.
Do you guys not understand that I can just mute your stream?
Again.
My God.
I've been doing that. I don't know if you've seen that, Brian.
No, I have not.
I'm
at work. I'm at work right now, so I'm just kind of popping in. I wanted Carlin to see that, like, we do have jobs. We are like regular people, and we don't have time to sit around and read little niche books that she deems to be the arbiters of all that is like known and unknown.
We just talk about these things like we know what they are. Okay, so we just talk about things like we're experts at things, and then say we don't have time to read the books.
I don't know what that means.
You're a black man now, John. That's what it means. You're now a black man.
So.
What
I'm
an
the palest
idiot!
person in
I've
the
never
world,
even
honestly.
encountered this jackass. I think he was in the chat the other day or yesterday, whatever.
The uneducated, they are so grossly uneducated. Okay.
Okay.
You guys are really disproving all our perceptions of you, I gotta say. You're really disproving every single one of them.
If you say you're an anti-racist and don't know the main character who is supposedly the expert on the subject, then you're a charlatan. Again, anti-racism existed prior to this guy being a major figure. So I think I can handle it without knowing everything you said.
Okay.
Hey, I gotta ask a question. Has Carlin ever heard of a guy by the name of Frederick Douglass? And has she ever heard of a guy by the name of I don't know, Abraham Lincoln? Maybe has she ever? This idea that anti-racism all boils down to some book. Maybe it's a great book. Maybe it's a whack out book. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest with you.
They think that Lincoln freed the slaves because he was an anti-racist.
Cast your view with a vote. One day when you can grow a beard, or no, he wrote "grow a bread." He will understand.
Grow a bread.
Grow a bread, John. Grow a bread.
I just want to kind of
with soy. With soy.
Yeah, I got called soy.
The hilarious part of this is anyone who actually knows the bare minimum about anti-racism knows how stupid this looks. But because these guys do not know what they're talking about, they don't realize how stupid they look. We are literally watching the Dunning-Kruger effect in action right now. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect. People who don't know about a topic think that they're massive experts in that topic. Whereas
Maoist libertarians. Oh my god, so cringy. Which is actually funny because
know how much they don't know.
The episode before the Jennifer Moore episode from yesterday, the guests we've had on the two prior episodes were both tankies,
literally
and
have no idea.
Especially the first one, we absolutely grilled them.
They're trying.
That first one with Billy Bob the Tanky, like we were going at him hard. So I don't know why we're Maoists. That doesn't even.
Does Mao go to heaven, Karen?
Yes, it does.
I mean, I will address the Hitler went to heaven thing. Like, if it's her spiritual belief that everyone goes to heaven, like universal salvation, like that's fine with me.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not religious myself, but I can actually I can actually appreciate a religion that's more about seeing the good in people. It's
not a religion.
Than just vengeance or punishment.
Religion is about power and control.
Outside of the religious angle, a big problem that I see in our criminal justice system right now is this sort of bloodthirsty, tough on crime demeanor that results in excessive sentencing. So I actually I encourage some philosophy or religion that chooses to see the good in people. My issue there is when someone just throws out Hitler went to heaven, they have to know what it looks like optics-wise. And I know Carlin says she doesn't care about optics.
I didn't just throw it out. It was in the course of a 2-hour-long conversation that was taken out of context.
It's going to be harmful to the liberty movement or the Libertarian Party. Like, it's one thing.
You people are the ones keeping this going.
For herself as a shock
if
jock,
you actually cared, cared about how this impacts the liberty movement, you would be like, Carlin has actually been going after white identitarians for a really long time, and you would actually talk about that and know what you were talking about, but you don't care about doing that because all you do is take shit out of context and twist it.
They're not going to look into her history of going after anti-Semites. They're going to say,
you people are the ones keeping this shit fucking going.
Why did Hitler go to heaven? Like,
the rest of us have moved on with life, dude. It's not going
to be helpful. And I mean,
we've moved on.
She wasn't the governor candidate, but I believe she was on the communications board for the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire.
Yes.
She was a big figure for the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire and the Mises Caucus in general.
I wouldn't say I'm a big figure at all. There are much bigger figures
responsibility that comes there in terms of not putting out messaging that's going to be.
I mean, I'm honored that John thinks I'm a big figure, but I'm not.
Don't act like a 12-year-old edgelord.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, she's entitled to her
You're one to lecture me about acting like a 12-year-old edgelord.
That's totally fine with me, but there are consequences to speech. And if it looks bad, people are going to take it as bad because not everyone is going to look into... Words are violence. Not everyone's going to follow up on things.
But John, also the thing is, it was exactly the topic that she touched on. At a time period when the Libertarian Party is so overrun by Nazi light, by racist frat fuckboys.
He's being serious.
The timing on that was absolutely terrible.
He's being serious
for her, and she had to know that.
He's being serious about this.
That.
He actually thinks the Libertarian Party and the Mises Caucus are just a bunch of Nazis.
Whatever. Also, Carlin, learn to say gubernatorial. You haven't done that yet. I'm not sure you can pronounce it.
Gubernatorial.
She said that she was actually like trolling like conservative Christians at the time.
Yes.
Yes, I know, and I like that idea. I understand that idea. I'd be apt to do something like that too, except for the fact that I wouldn't have taken it to that realm because of everything else that is coming down on the Libertarian Party.
This guy is actually deranged enough to believe that the Mises Caucus are just a whole bunch of Nazis.
And I'm not an individualist, whatever. But it's not just you, Carlino. You're the one who's running for the gubernatorial seat. That's how you say that word, gubernatorial, Carlin. And you need to have, and even if you weren't at that time, you were still, as John said, a major player in libertarian.
No, I'm not a major player. I am not a major player in any way, shape, or form.
You have a responsibility to not say Hitler is inhabited.
I can say whatever the fuck I want. I will say whatever the fuck I want.
Really long, like
they just need to stop talking.
Religious discussion.
I mean, it's
kind of
like
but
you just let it go.
Tweets aren't going to be viewed like that. And I mean, I will.
These guys are obsessed
I'll give
with
her
Twitter.
credit again. I think she legitimately is against like Riper types or white identitarian types.
Not the same thing.
Being in the Libertarian
Those
Party.
are not the same
it's
thing.
Just you need to be conscious about how things can inadvertently affect.
No, I don't.
You know, that's absolutely true. But the thing is,
you idiots are not conscious of the fact of
the
impact of what you do.
Action, she's no different than just a Tucker Carlson. She's a talking head. She spouts out comments well above her knowledge level. What's her doctorate in, anyway?
Psychology.
Does anyone know?
Psychology. I believe
psychology.
Oh, I have a doctorate in psychology. And
you want to talk? You want to talk about me talking about topics you don't know about when you haven't even bothered to
well above
anti-racism?
Her knowledge points. And when you try to call her on that, all she does is get louder and louder and scream esoteric references that nobody except her little army of followers. It's a cult, it looks like to me. Her little cult followers can spew
Tell
about.
me they don't sound like Carrie Smith in
Unsafe
Unsafe Space.
When
Tell
they're
me
that
they
loud,
don't
when they're
sound
just
exactly like Carrie
blowhards,
Smith in
when they're
Unsafe
just
Space,
trying
who
to do
also
it for
says
the
you guys are
dollar,
in a
because that's
cult.
what she's doing. She's doing all of this trying to make money for herself. You can't argue with them. So all you can do is just insult them, Carlino.
Okay, so we got some new comments flowing in on her stream. Some fun ones.
Good.
Look at their soft, fat, pink skin. And fat was in all caps.
I like my soft, fat, pink skin. Thank you very much.
Number one priority is optics, but they come off as
These
complete
little
clowns and haven't done shit for the Liberty
are
Movement.
busy
Exactly.
propping up Maoist jargon while we are in the middle of a cultural revolution.
They are triggered.
You know what? Whoever made that post, I don't want your cultural revolution. Your cultural revolution puts blacks into slavery, puts women back in the kitchen, and keeps little doughboy, fat boy, white guys like me in power.
They believe this.
Don't care about your cultural revolution. Shove it up your ass.
He's so stunning and brave, isn't he? He's so stunning and brave.
Nail their hands to the doors of the forum. That's interesting.
Nail our hands where?
To the doors of the forum? Like FORUM.
They not understand. We enjoy the whole idea of the right to keep and bear arms and 3D printed guns and all of that. Like, do they think that like we're just going to let them nail our hands somewhere?
Okay, another one I want to address. These guys are supposed to be libertarians, and they're trying to tell.
I know. I need to give you guys better orders about how to live your life. I'm an ineffective cult leader.
What they can say. Anyone can say whatever they want to say.
Yes, exactly. They're fake libertarians.
People are going to have their own opinions on what is said, and that can also affect other people. So I would advise people to take that into account when they say something.
All hail me, the leader of the cult.
I'm even saying like Carlin can say whatever she wants. Anyone can say whatever they want. Like, but it can affect.
Is he really that big of a fish, though?
And it can affect other people too. That's just something to keep in mind.
That's just such a massive logical fallacy, though.
Yes.
It's one of the most
All
annoying
cult members,
around
please,
these days
please
because
mount the like button.
criticizing
All
the
cult members,
content
please.
of someone's speech does not mean you want them to be silent or censored
I know,
or
we
the
gotta up
government
our
to
cult
put them
game.
in
It's the
prison
truth.
because of what
It's
they
the truth.
said. Nick Fuentes has some of the most evil
Caesar
and toxic
Borosenko.
BS that is being spouted in American politics today, but the government shouldn't be shutting him up, period. However, I'm going to push back against his toxic ideas, and I'm going to do it loudly, and that's just the way it is.
And
Okay,
you also don't mind if like a private citizen says, no, you Nick Fuentes cannot
Well,
come
this is
into my
why I'm
shop
hardest on John
or my-
Hudak, because he is
or
legitimately
go
less
onto my website.
the R word
I
than the
think
rest of them.
that gay
knows better.
bakers can refuse
He
to
knows better,
make a
and
cake
he still
for
does this
Nick
shit.
Fuentes' wedding, yes.
And I'd still criticize them if they did it because of someone being gay.
No, I'm saying the
We're
baker
also
is
setting
gay
brave.
and refusing to
Oh.
bake the cake for Nick Fuentes' wedding.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
I wondered if it was an NIP violation if I fucked the cake first, then give it to him.
That gives a new meaning
If
to
we're going to
cream
analyze
pill.
that, I don't think the cake does the cake own itself.
Cake
Thank you
is
for the
not
super chat.
sentient. Cake cannot
that
consent.
illiterate
Hey,
Revcom
dude
appeaser
wanted cream
misread
filled.
my
So we
point
can
about
12
Mao. He
shots
doesn't even
in or
know about the
not.
Maoist culture of
Yeah,
racial
the
racism.
cake
Yeah,
is
it's a rum
No,
cake.
they don't know about anything.
It's a rum
They don't know
we
about
got some-
anything. They
we
just
got some
pretend
more
that
fun
they do.
comments here. I'm scrolling down here.
We should
You
definitely
know the
discuss the
Chinese
nuances
would
of
eat
cake
these
fucking at
people
some point.
alive, right?
I agree.
Hi, softies. Are your feelings hurt? I can hurt more than feelings.
What?
What did
I'll
he
read
say?
it again. You know the Chinese would eat these people alive, right? Hi, softies. Are your feelings hurt? I can hurt more than
You
feelings.
know they're gonna get all up in arms.
Okay,
like Harry
now
Smith
I've got a lot
did
of questions on that.
and-
Number one,
and,
is that
like,
a
make
threat of
stuff up
physical
that we're-
violence? If
Exactly.
so, not cool. Are you saying
like,
that
gonna
you're
make stuff
into
up that we're forming a
S&M
posse.
and you want me to call you daddy so you can really feel what
Just
pain
for the
is like?
record, no one
Because
is
if that's the
forming a
case,
posse to come
just
hurt
give me
you
a
guys.
call.
We
I
don't
mean,
care
we
that
can
much. We just
negotiate
like
that.
scaring
My
you.
hours aren't cheap.
We like getting
I can
reactions.
certainly make you feel pain too.
Right now.
Like
Make
the
you
only
feel
thing these
pain too when my
SJWs
big
have is
black
they're
cock
forming
goes
a
up your
posse to
ass.
come and get us.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Okay, brave enough to
They're
eat
Democrats.
a 13th donut.
Yes. Basically Democrats.
What do we got here?
Basically Democrats.
What?
I think I don't
You
know.
guys are straight up whack. I love that comment.
You guys
I
are
think
straight up
Hudak
whack.
I think Hudak likes to be a big fish in a very small pond. I don't even consider myself a big fish. Like I'm like a D-list celebritarian at best. I run this.
You're
like,
not even a
podcast
D-list
where we're just, like,
celebritarian, dude.
talking random shit. We have like fucking 10 viewers. Like,
And most of them are
we just do
mine.
this because we think it's fun. And I mean, we also think there's some there's utility to calling out the people we call out. But I'm not like, I've never run for anything. Like, I don't consider myself some big figure or something like that. I'm just a guy talking into a webcam right now.
They inflate us to much more than we are.
I'm glad that we all acknowledge
yeah,
that you
it's-
guys
Yep.
don't have any influence or power whatsoever,
Well,
and
we're
you're
just-
just running
I mean,
your
we're
mouths
getting
on the
our,
internet. Like, I'm really glad we've all come to that
Our
conclusion.
reach going way up right now.
Yeah, I mean that's
Well,
nice
it's going
of them
way
to
up
do that for
to
us.
Sabrina,
Thank
and
you,
a lot of people are
Carlino.
saying that you're looking like idiots.
Are
Karen?
these Dems?
I'm happy to
or
expose
can't
that.
Tell.
More like a dead
No,
limp
no,
fish,
no.
am I right?
Well, we
No.
can't tell what you
Yes.
just typed either, dumbass.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're more like a dead limp fish. Am I right?
Tell you what
watching
isn't
our
a dead
stream
limp
right
fish
now.
is this hard cock in my hand right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No tubing. Brian, you can't pull a tubing.
Yeah, Brian, you're not on. This isn't Pornhub.
Wow.
God damn it! I was gonna make us some extra
Wrong
money.
stream.
or a New York Times Zoom meeting.
I thought this was a subscription-only service, and we were here to service
Can you
grapers or something.
imagine?
You know, they
Can you
probably like us
imagine
over at
if the
other stream,
Libertarian
so we can
Party
put a
was in
tube now.
control of the hands of these people?
Probably.
Yes. So we probably gained some points.
Yeah.
No, I
You
wouldn't
know, we
say
have
so,
a real
no.
alpha in the comments, guys.
Oh, what's Alpha
I think
saying?
that's a joke. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is that Joey? Yeah, it's a joke.
Okay, we got. I want to address the comment at 156 on our stream from Celtic Spirits Coven. They said, should a black person bake a cake for the next KKK rally supported by the law? It should be up to them. I could see why they would not want to bake that cake. I think if I were a black person, I would not want to bake that cake. and they shouldn't be required to bake that cake. I think that's a pretty simple answer.
But you want the lot of Forza. Wow.
It's not the
I'm
Pornhub
pretty sure
thing.
if I was a baker and like the KKK came
I'm
in
getting
and asked for a
progressively
cake, I would
stupider as
totally,
this stream
put
goes
something
on.
fucking disgusting in there. I don't even care if it's raw human sewage. I would just be like, "Here's your cake."
No, I just start plugging it right
This
there.
is the
I'd be like,
problem.
oh, you want this cake?
This is the problem
the
that the
cake you
Mises
want? Is this
Comic
the
is
cream
fixing.
filling you want, cake
This is the
cake?
problem right here.
The dude who said we're gonna get eaten by like Chinese people or whatever, he said
Thank
like,
you
they
so
would
much
eat
for
us
the
alive
point
or
and
whatever.
laugh, Seth.
Yeah.
He said, "One day, brothers, you will fail to meet
No,
the call.
this is a
and
new
the
one,
treads
Kurt.
of better men
It's
will
new.
grind you into the
This
earth,
is live
brothers."
right now. This is happening
And
right
then
now
the
on their
guy
channel.
Who said
Sounds
that,
tanky to me.
the guy who said
They're just
that,
obsessed with me. They can't
I
stop
like being
talking
a
about
big
me
fish,
ever.
said these are the types that have controlled the LP for years, no longer. I just want to say, I've never had any type of control over the LP, and I've never tried to have any type of control over
One of the
LP.
downfalls of being a
I
libertarian, to be
I'm not really
honest,
sure
our
what's
own
going on there.
principles of individual freedom and live and let
Oh,
live
and
philosophies
to the-
allows for
talking for
members
like
from
2
all
years,
walks
I
of
don't
life,
know.
even
To the
these
person who just called me a
toddlers.
liar for saying I have a big black cock, I'm not saying it's an appendage attached to my body. I'm saying it's a special little toy that I break out for special occasions. So if you PayPal me $75, I'll show it to you.
Wow. That guy's a
Super
real winner.
chat.
Real winner.
Yeah.
They're also mad that
Let's
I'm
get a
getting all these
super
super
chat going.
chats, and well, they're not even monetized, so
Okay.
you know
the
it's how it
comments are
goes.
getting a little boring on Carlin's stream right now. So
Imagine that. They don't have much.
let
They
me-
don't
let
have
me
much
change it
win.
to- I'm changing it to live. Okay, live chat gives me a few more. I had it on top chat before, so I was missing some.
Like he's obsessed with you guys too.
They are obsessed with progressive talking points.
Are we? Is my
Yes.
dick a progressive talking point?
They probably don't know their progressive
no idea.
talking
We haven't
points because
decided
they
yet.
don't educate themselves on what other people are saying in the world.
We all have to progress that way together. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay. The guy who said that we'd get eaten alive by Chinese people said, "You can call me daddy, just eat the bullet, waste of skin." He is mad.
John, can you
Oh
please
my
make a list of your
Ooh,
accomplishments?
he's very,
John,
very
I would
angry.
really like, since I know
Hey, I'll
you're
tell you
watching
what,
right
if
now,
you really
I would
want to do
really
some
like you
kink
to
play,
make a
dude,
list of your
let me shove a
accomplishments.
big old bottle of Zyklon B up your ass, and
What?
then you can call me daddy.
Oh my god, Ryan.
I have no idea what that means, but
Like
I'm
every
gonna-
single time people like this come
I'm
out
gonna
and say
hold
you
off on
guys
that
are in a cult, we
Yeah,
actually
yeah, there will
grow
be
better as a
a
community.
canister of Zyklon B up his ass.
Thank you for the super chat. They're a progressive
said,
punchline for
no,
sure.
John, but
Yes,
you are a
they
libertarian cringe stereotype. You embody
They
the
are
problems of
indeed.
the LP at large. I know that's probably too deep for you to understand. It probably is, yeah. I'm not really sure what.
No, what that dude's saying is that dude wants to fuck you, John.
Oh, God.
But
What
where
do
are
we
the
got
edge
here?
lords? Where are the edge lords?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The guy I'm talking about that keeps saying the stuff that said the
Yeah.
thing about the bullet, he said the guy is Jeff. You can use my name. I would use yours.
Okay,
Yeah?
Jeff.
Jeff, would you like to come on the stream?
Yeah, come on in,
Come on,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Send
Come on,
us
Jeff.
send
Just
us
message
a,
on any of the platforms.
message on either our Facebook
Don't
or
go
our,
on their
or
stream.
Twitter,
Don't do it.
and I will send you. The
I mean, that'd be
StreamYard
my
link
advice.
to
You
our
can do whatever
stream
you
right
want,
now.
but I would
Jeff,
recommend
come
no.
on in. Daddy's waiting for you.
Come on, Jeff. But to get on, you do have
I
to say
mean,
my name's
I
Jeff.
think that we
My
can
name's
probably
Jeff.
take a
My
guess
name's
about
Jeff.
why they're so obsessed with
Jeff.
putting things in there. I think we can probably guess.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna wait and see if he responds.
Jeff, what a white name.
I don't want-
Is this guy for real?
Seriously, I've never met
What
a
a
black guy named
white
Jeff.
name.
I actually have. I think there's the guy in our group.
Oh yeah. Well, there's always a rarity. It's just I think of the name Jeff, Keith, Clayton. Those are all very white names.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't sound
That's
like an
not a shame. That's a
SJW at
fact.
all. Definitely not
Yeah,
an
let me just
SJW.
see.
This guy.
Let me get on our Facebook just to see if this guy sends us a message because I'd love for Jeff to come on.
No,
right
he's not going to
Yeah,
send
me
you a
too.
message.
Okay.
Let's
Said,
have a
Jeff has never streamed, but get me into America, and I will do at least 3 of your shows, 2-hour minimum. I mean, are we?
I think
Are
this
we
is a
launching
great
rescue mission
question.
here?
When are they just going to leave and join the
Apparently.
Democrats?
I'm
I
down
think
for a
this is an
rescue mission.
excellent question.
Jeff, are you Ukrainian?
let's rescue Jeff.
That is our new mission. That is the new mission of Fakertarians.
You gotta adopt a Jeff.
I'm like,
Jeff.
I don't know where Jeff is. He seems pretty bad at us, but I still think he should be able to cross borders without violence being used against him. So I'd love to have Jeff come here.
Man, I don't know though. This kind of opens up a huge conundrum on the open borders thing for me, because he wants to come here and shoot us. So
he'll calm down once we help him.
Yeah, he's in Canada.
Oh, he's in Canada. You say that? Oh, he's in Canada. I mean, it's pretty easy. Is it easy for people from Canada to get to the U.S.?
If there's one place that needs closed borders, it's Canada.
No, I do think. I know at least it used to be pretty easy for Canadians to come visit the U.S. I'm not really sure if it is anymore.
I always thought it was pretty simple, from what I understood.
So basically, trapped in a communist nation. Jeff, why can't you? Is there are they not letting you cross, or is it, or what's the issue? I'm legitimately curious.
Jeff, are you in prison?
Like, can you not?
Canada has fallen.
He said, "I don't want to murder you, but I would kill you in defense if you press me." Well, Jeff, we're not gonna attack you, so you wouldn't need to kill us in defense. We can all get along.
Yeah, Jeff, you'll be my new friend.
This is so much less interesting than when we did this to the White Identitarians. You guys remember that stream? That stream was lit.
In the river.
I'm gonna nominate.
These guys are so much less interesting.
Jeff, we gotta
I'm gonna nominate Jeff for governor of Pennsylvania.
I love it.
You better not Google search anything.
Oh, he doesn't have the vaccine, so he can't cross the border. Which, I do think the vaccine is good, and I do think people should take the vaccine, but I don't think you should be required to, and I do think you should be able to cross the border without having it.
Yeah,
agree. Because I think there's, for me, it's like there's so many people who are underprivileged in other countries that just can't get to the vaccine. It shouldn't be a requirement.
They're not even talking about me anymore.
I'm with you.
This was
on the other
supposed to be a
hand, if it
reaction
keeps
to
Canadians
me.
out.
This was literally supposed to be a
Those
reaction
damn
to me, and now they're
Canadians.
just like going in
Someone
any
just
number
said
of
this
different
is the
directions
weirdest
that has
stream yet.
nothing to do
Their
with
jokes
me.
are like high school level intelligence. The cringe.
Yes.
This is great.
Joke's on you. I'm in high school.
I mean,
there is something
we
that
are being
emotionally
streamed
stunts
live
SJWs at some point.
to another channel.
Look, they're working out the
Streamception.
mechanics of this.
Stream set. This
You
entire
telling
thing
me
is a joke. I mean, that's
Someone
really-
else can stream
What
our
if-
stream.
What
Oh
if
my
we set it up-
god!
No, it wouldn't. What if we set up a
Wouldn't
second
Streamception
stream?
be like
Let's set up a
to bring
second
her stream into this one?
Yeah.
we
Let's
wanna
set up a
bring
second
her-
stream where we watch Carlin's stream and respond to it. I don't even know.
Oh,
if we
like
can do that.
MST3K.
So
Like what?
You could have actually
do
done that
because I would
the
just
first
go
stream. You could actually be responding to
the
the stream I
stream
did last
here.
night. You could have literally already done that. You elected
Are
not
we
to.
seriously trying to like meta this?
Yes.
We're gonna go so meta, Archie. Our heads are gonna explode.
Oh, this
We
is
have fun.
I don't want to
Okay.
become Zuckerberg.
So here's what we do. I share my screen, and then
There has to be sound.
We're just gonna sit here and not say anything and just stare at them.
You have to share it with sound.
Don't say.
Oh yeah, you forgot to click the share with.
You gotta do it again.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
You know,
I'm just gonna sit here quietly.
okay.
I don't
Let me
hear
know if
anything.
it has
This is
sound or not.
surreal.
No sound.
There's no sound.
Yep, this is definitely a little surreal.
Yeah, I see myself. And there's like a delay. Do I move? No. Oh yeah, the echo would be pretty intense. So maybe it's better to have the sound off, but I still do kind of like this.
We're just gonna stare at each other now. We're all just staring at each other.
It's like the closest. It's the closest we can get to having her on.
it is. Carlin,
Like,
good to see you.
I'm fine. I'd invite her in right now. I
Fucking
think we'd have a-
sentient daily
Well, you
life.
did
That would
invite
be a
her
fun
in, but
discussion right now. Like, I
She
legitimately
doesn't
think
want
so.
to come on, so you can't force her to come on.
No,
That would be unlibertarian.
Exactly.
Now we have her on like infinite times.
Someone said, no, this is a good one. Someone in her comments said, "Don't cross the streams."
That's a good one.
That was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I kind of hope she like does the same thing, and now like, oh wait, oh yeah, because you see, I can see it like a million times. It is like a never-ending thing.
That's trippy.
Yeah. Like I see like 4 of myself right now.
How's it going?
So are we like trying to break the multiverse like Tony Stark or what? I mean, what are we doing?
There's just
with
gonna be
this?
a wormhole. It's just gonna open up right now.
I'm hoping I'm going to.
Does that mean we can go back in time to like the 2016 election so that Gary knows where Aleppo is?
That'd be good. Oh, I wanted to mention this yesterday. I know Carlin brought up Gary Johnson and Joe Jorgensen, but I actually, and I mean, I voted for Johnson in 2012. I didn't vote for Johnson in 2016 because I didn't want to vote for the Bill Weld ticket. I voted for Jorgensen in 2020, but Jorgensen and Johnson are actually not really similar. Like Jorgensen is probably the most radical candidate the party's had since maybe Harry Brown. So it's kind of weird to conflate the two. Like if you look at her actual policy positions, she is like very. Oh, wait, I want to see this comment.
Abolish the ATF for one thing.
This is the state of their leadership, literally accomplishing nothing, goofing off like children, giggling. I mean, the only person here
Thank you. Appreciate it.
had a position of leadership in the LP is Archie. Like we're not leadership.
And he almost got the Vermont Party having ballot access taken away. Archie's impressive leadership brought no new people into the party.
The other stream right now.
And almost got their ballot access taken
John
away.
Waldenberger. This is the Spaceball scene where they're looking at the Now machine.
Okay,
wait, is this now or is this then?
I don't know. My mind is blown, Archie.
Randall Phillips is waiting for us to talk about liberty. So end the drug war and end the wars and
open the borders,
drastically lower defense spending and open the borders.
Do we want to talk about how Kamala Harris said that Ukraine is part of NATO?
Did she say that?
She said it.
Yeah.
Within, I think, the last day.
So Kamala took a break from trying to throw black people in jail.
So I mean, like, it's kind of bad that our VP is saying things like Ukraine is part of NATO since
she's not my VP.
Not my VP. Hashtag not my VP.
Let's talk
however
about how
you want to phrase it.
If we're supposed to talk about liberty, can I just say Black Lives Matter?
That's good.
That's a good
and
one.
We're not referring.
You're definitely not a socialist, Archie.
No registered trademark.
You're definitely not a socialist.
If we say Black Lives Matter enough, does that like
You're
cancel
definitely
her
not a
stream
socialist.
somehow?
I think it does. Yeah. We have to tap our feet together, do a little dance, and say Black Lives Matter, and her scream will just explode.
Let's talk about let's confuse people and talk about how, since they think we're Democrats, let's talk about how we all hate Kamala Harris.
That's a good idea.
No, as if I hate her. I don't think about her enough to hate her.
You know what the problem is? You know what the entire problem with everything right now
he
is?
likes Kamala Harris.
Hillary Clinton is not the president. If Hillary Clinton were the president, everything.
Ryan, can we not talk about Hillary being president, because that should break the entire internet.
I just want my damn taco trucks on every corner.
It's not even funny. Like, and you know she's gearing up for a run in 24.
Oh, so is Trump. I think that instead of an election, we just put them both into a
This was literally supposed to be a stream about me. Why aren't they talking about me?
Let them out. But never let
no,
them out.
Never.
Yeah, apparently, that's the logic.
I think my solution for Trump is a perfect solution for Hillary as well. Put them both in the Oval Office. Not the Oval Office. Construct an exact replica.
And just leave
one for Trump and one for Hillary. And just make sure that, you know, there's always a reason for them to stay in the Oval.
So basically, it's like an old folk home for each one of them individually.
What was that movie with Jim Carrey where he was in a fake world?
Truman Show.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Truman Show, but with Trump and with Hillary both thinking they're in the Oval.
I'm just going to do some work right now because these guys are just fucking around and not talking about me. So I'm just going to start setting up my streams for the week. I'm still paying attention, but like.
Then the rest of the same
people
in the country
news later.
can
it's gonna be pretty great.
Actually start rebuilding things so that, we don't go to war and we can end the war on drugs.
Yeah.
And the drug war.
Yeah.
These guys are not saying anything remotely of interest.
Okay. What?
This is the level.
Comments. I like reacting to their comments.
Of like discourse that has led the Libertarian Party
into the ground.
Actually have that much
and
talk.
why
this is a lag
they
test.
take over. Oh, look at that! Muted their stream again. It's like these people literally do not understand.
I was like, where's that coming from? Is that like a ringtone?
It's like these people literally do not understand.
So the first layer looks like it's about 30 seconds behind.
Okay, what do we got?
And I can see, if I just count the Carlins, so there's 1, 2, 3. I can see her 3 times.
Are they all at
almost
times?
4?
Yeah, they're all at different times, right?
I believe they are. I think there's like a 30-second lag between each iteration.
This is like what the best of what the Libertarian Party has to offer outside of the
Stephen
Mises
Hawking
Caucus.
to calculate, the trajectory of the wormhole.
Sean Patrick said, "I don't think Archie is a socialist. He is a blue-pilled libertarian."
Oh yes, I'm so very blue-pilled. I mainline CNN right into my arteries every night.
We know you do, Archie.
There's nothing wrong with having to use pills for that.
My favorite part is when somebody pops up and says, "Oh, let's see, where was it? Let's go back."
Wait, now you're messing with the timeline?
Yeah, this is gonna mess up the past or something.
I feel like we're, the Avengers here, and we're on a search for the Infinity Stones.
Oh, good. We got
Only we could have a Thanos snap.
There we go.
Thanos.
So
Thanos was evil.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, Jared, for defending our right to free speech.
Yeah, Jared.
If there's nothing worth listening to, then why are you commenting on the stream, listening to us?
He's not commenting on your stream. He's commenting on my stream.
No.
That's why.
Neither do I.
He's commenting on my stream, not on your stream.
No, I was
my
the
stream.
tough question.
Very sad. It's the fake news media right there.
Fake news.
I won the election.
John and I are the most anti-sleeve people you'll ever meet. When I was in high school and they were teaching us about slavery, I thought they were teaching us about sleevery. I ripped my sleeves off right then and there.
Yes, we're basically the only people watching their stream. It's true.
You haven't read the book about being anti-sleeves, so you can't actually be anti-sleeves because you don't know what it means.
I found it out. It's like I used to think I was against murder, but I haven't read any books against murder, so I guess murder's okay.
Their sound is so fucked up now because they're fucking around with my stream.
On her side, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm back to live now.
Okay, good.
This is now.
Yep.
I wonder how long she'll keep streaming if we keep streaming.
I'll keep going as long as you do.
I'm
not ending until you do.
I kind of do.
Oh,
I kind of do.
I'll do this all day.
You can just pop in and out. Like I'll leave for a few hours.
Wait. Is this actually like an ad hoc convention? Can we make motions according to Robert's rules?
No, because you don't have any sort of leadership position anymore.
Oh yeah,
I'm running for chair.
Second, I don't know how Robert's rules.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that works.
Yes, I think they've already run out of banter.
I
think they're already
you just
they're already
call
done.
The question a lot.
Point of order.
And points of order. And
it's like they have no points of
I
order.
make the motion that Josh Smith be outed from the party for all eternity.
Well, tough cookies.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Tough cookies.
We don't actually have that power, but if
let's pretend like we do.
I call the question.
They're literally playing pretend right now.
But here's the thing. He's not a libertarian.
No.
He's a big L libertarian because he's a member of the party, but he's not a small L libertarian because he defends
Literally,
Ryan
your
Dawson.
stream will die. As
Oh,
soon as
exactly.
I leave.
Anybody who defends Ryan
It's
Dawson,
true.
I've been on such a campaign against him recently. I want to eradicate him from the Twitter sphere. I'm personally very angry by him being able to come back and like
Maybe they'll
spout
answer
his
this,
Ryan
Gremlin.
Dawson things. Well, what's great about him is when I make fun of him, he always comes back like a little baby going, "Why'd you think
Can
I
this
said
guy
that about
please
the
get a pair of fucking headphones or
Jews?"
something?
Well, because you did.
He's always complaining about that. Yeah.
That's all
Oh
he
my
complains
God.
about.
Okay, let's go back to the comments here.
Yeah.
I would like them to answer this question from Gremlin.
I don't think they read it all.
Tiggs, they have no points.
They're going to run out of
They
banter.
have no
we're not.
They have no cohesive
No,
thoughts.
we could banter for the next 10 hours, I bet. I'm not sticking around for that.
I mean, I got to stream
I've
at
got
5.
Robert's Rules of Order pulled up here. If we would just want to go through it all.
Yeah. We'll just read through Robert's Rules.
I know what I want to do.
We could read Titanoboa for the next 10 hours.
That's exactly what I was going to do. Okay, give me a second because like my throat's hurting a little bit right now. But.
Do you people
I mean, I just
think
don't
we
know.
couldn't just talk for 24 hours
I
straight?
don't know
Because
why
I know
these
for a
people
fact
don't
I
care
can.
about optics.
I have no
because they're
ifs,
making
ands, or buts
themselves
in my
look
head
like
about that.
fucking idiots right now.
There are 97 people
and
watching the other stream
thereby
right now.
making the Libertarian
And I'm gonna
Party
teach them a
look
little
like
something, okay?
idiots. So why don't
Right
they care
on.
about optics?
Titanoboa is an extinct
Why
genus
don't they
of very
care about
large
optics?
snakes that lived in what is now
Thank
La
you, James Edward, for
Guajira
the super chat. I
in
appreciate
northeastern
it.
Colombia. They
are
grow
astroturfing.
12.8 meters.
They
which is
are.
42 feet
They're
long,
basically
and
astroturfing
reach
right
a
now.
weight of
It's the truth.
1,135 kilograms.
It's the
which is
truth.
a whopping 2,500 pounds.
They have probably
Fossils
the
like
biggest
Titanoboa
audience
have been
that they have
found in
ever
the
had in their lives right now.
Sierra-
And they're
Sierra
talking about
Formation
nonsense. I mean, this tells
and
you
date
about
to
their
around
priorities.
58
They
to
could be
60 million
using
years
this
ago.
opportunity to reach
The
new
giant
people,
snake
to try to
lived
convince
during
people
the
that I'm
middle
full of
to
shit,
late
to do
Paleocene
whatever they
epoch,
want. They could be
a
doing
10 million
anything
year
with
period,
this.
immediately following the
And they're
Cretaceous
electing to talk about
Paleogene extinction event.
nonsense.
The only known species
And
is
this is the problem.
Titanoboa
This is why none of these people should be allowed to be in charge of anything ever
Sarajoensis,
again.
the largest
At least until they
snake
learn
ever
their lesson.
discovered, which supplanted the previous
This super
record
chat will
holders.
teach them something too. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thoughts?
Guys, if you really want to piss them off,
Did
I
Caveman
think
ride
super
on that?
chats are the way to go.
Did Caveman ride their back?
I think
I mean, if you
think
want a
James
super
just gave
chat,
us
that's
$10
cool, and I
for talking
appreciate
about
it.
Titanoboa.
He didn't
Just
give
caught
you
that
$10.
train.
Gave me $10.
Thanks, James.
We're astroturfing.
Nah, I don't do any sort of turfing. It's too much
With
work.
the
Bad for my back.
Titanoboa, did the Titanoboa die because it didn't make it to Noah's Ark in time?
Let me see.
Of course they didn't
good
answer. Of course
question.
they
Did
didn't
it die
answer
off with
Gremlin's
the
question. Let's
unicorn?
put Gremlin's question up
Did
again.
Jesus ride it into battle?
Let's put Gremlin's question
He
up
rode a
again.
unicorn into battle.
Hang on.
Everybody knows that.
I knew it.
It lived during the middle to late Paleocene.
We would like an answer to this
That.
question, please.
66 to 56 million years ago.
That
We would like
paleo
an
scene
answer
had
to
to be
this
better than the
question.
paleo libertarian scene.
Yeah, I think Titanoboa over Tom Woods any day.
Though they are much taller.
What do we got here? They should have beaten up on Kamala some more. Kamala's busy throwing a bunch of people in prison.
Is John Hudak incapable of pronouncing
I
anyone's
mean, I
name
guess we should try to
correctly?
stop her, but
The problem
Apparently
is,
so.
hopefully she doesn't run in 2024. I worry she might.
Same. I do not want to see her anywhere near
What?
political office ever again.
whatever we say about her pretty much applies to the entire top of the quote leadership unquote structure that we currently have.
Yeah.
Like, suppose you impeach Biden, suppose you impeach Harris, then you get
Someone
Pelosi.
want to know what are their policies that are better than Carlin's? Open borders is one of them for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They want open
exactly
borders.
where Carlin falls on the libertarian spectrum. I don't know if she's an anarchist. I don't know if she's a minarchist or like a classical liberal.
policies as having good optics.
But
They're
I
not
mean,
going to be tweeting
I would say
edgelord
that-
stuff out.
I would say the
Here's
borders issue
DeSantis
is
2024.
We just want to let anyone in the country
Yeah, I don't
that we
want violence
possibly
to be
can.
used
We
against
but
people trying to
mean
cross
tweets,
arbitrary
but
government
mean
borders.
tweets.
I would say
Isn't
that
it ironic?
saying
Isn't it
government
ironic
being able to
that
tell
they're
you
shit
that you
talking
can't cross the
Kamala
line in the
Harris
desert
when it's partially at least Kamala Harris's fault that the problem at the border
the other stream are
that she
very much
hasn't
against.
finished.
And I used to be someone who did support.
But they're
strong
shit
borders
talking her.
back
Kamala
maybe
Harris has basically
2010,
resulted in
2011. It was
open
kind of the
borders
last
at the
thing
border.
that went for
But they're
me
still shit talking her.
in switching from. I used to be a Republican and switching from being a Republican to a
John.
Libertarian. So just think carefully about that.
John, this Jared guy is saying that we're a cult. So that makes you the cult leader, I guess?
I'm Michael
chair.
Heiss.
I've not seen any.
Are you telling me I'm Michael Heiss right now?
I'm saying that's what he's claiming.
I mean,
You're not hairy enough to be Heiss. You're also too smart.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should read through these.
Her comments? That's what I was.
No.
Which one? Where are we going?
Open borders.
Oh, yeah. Let's see how FEC filings are going.
Oh, now they're trying to get Heiss on something that I'm sure is exaggerated and not accurate.
Oh, it's behind. It's still there.
Trust me,
right.
Carlin's still there.
I'm gonna mute these guys for a second because they're talking about nonsense. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go with this because I do have a stream I need to prepare for at 5 o'clock. No, that's not ever. They just said they're gonna challenge me to a 12-hour talk off, and I assure you that's not going to happen. As Latino, open borders does not help our country. Exactly, because these guys are basically Democrats. They're basically Democrats. I mean, I think that they think that I'm gonna shut this off if they're talking shit about Michael Heiss, which I assure you is not gonna happen. I don't give up that easily. I'm just gonna do work. They're talking about nonsense.
Let's get down about
PEMDAS. I think it was 16.
That math problem is so obnoxious because
this
it's putting
the level of discourse of the Fakertarians
of
right here.
That fraction in the denominator, which I don't get.
Yeah, but for PEMDAS though, isn't it? It's multiplication and division, but they are interchangeable. I'm pretty sure.
It's multiplication and division, but if everything is multiplication and division, you go from left to right. So you'd actually do the 8
It is a complete waste of time, Jared, and I do acknowledge that. I want you to know I do acknowledge this is an epic waste of time.
Yeah, but
that's why I'm doing work in the meantime as I'm doing the same thing. But it is cute to see how obsessive they are and how much I live rent free in their heads. Yeah, funny how Latinos don't have momentum towards these guys anymore, but they keep doing their paternalistic song and dance.
No, it doesn't. The parenthetical just means do what's in the parentheses first.
Yes, their name is legit. They are projecting. Yes.
Constant outsider, the constant multiple is done in the same order as anything else.
So you're saying it ultimately goes to 4 times 4 and therefore 16 rather than 8 divided by 1?
Technically, yes. But if anyone wrote it that way,
do you guys have any questions about why nothing has gotten done in the Libertarian Party?
Huh.
This is why. These people are why.
Okay, what else do we want to talk about here? Let's see.
How about let's give a quick shout out to nuclear power. That's not spoken of enough.
There you go.
You want to talk policies? We need to invest in nuclear power.
Than I do. So
definitely agree.
We could be energy independent within probably a decade.
Does the Mises Caucus disagree with you on that? I don't think that they do.
And when I say energy independent, I mean gasoline, jet fuel, all of it, because they can make that stuff synthetically. So we're talking carbon neutral.
Yeah. This is a very educational stream going on right now. We've got Titanoboa, we've got math, we've got energy.
Did I hear somebody mention fluoride?
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water.
But not
this isn't even funny. It's like,
well, I think you're still talking about how much you like the medical community making your decisions for you by flooding your water with fluoride and other contaminants.
No, Mr. Jones. No, Mr. Jones, that is nowhere near what I was going.
It doesn't matter what you said. I know what I heard.
Well, I'm glad that you heard something through your
hold on. I'm hearing more. But I'm hearing more, and it's not you. It's in gay frogs. They're outside the door. And I'm going to go get my gun. I'm going to show them what you can do when you just Roger Stone up. You gay frogs are going down.
This is the level of
Just
discourse and
drop them near
activism.
Chernobyl or Fukushima, and they'll be radioactive, and they'll be giant gay frogs.
Oh, it's true.
So
Radioactive
what do we
frog.
think the answer to this is?
Okay, let me write it out so I can do it. I think I did it before, but
This is 16. The
guys in the
answer
other
is
stream, be
actually
sure to weigh
16.
in here.
Oh yeah,
we're
we
doing
need
this
everyone
math
to weigh in
thing?
on this.
Yeah, we're doing math.
I'm over here in the corner somewhere. I don't.
All right. We're going to remove that. Because this is boring. And I'm kind of keeping an eye on it at the moment. But I just don't want to display them being idiots. So I'm just going to take it off the stream for a second and we're going to see what they do with this. I want to see if they start talking about me as soon as they realize that I've taken them off the stream. I'm not giving up yet. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do After News at 5. Don't worry about that. I'm watching their stream right now, but I want to see what they do as soon as they realize that I've taken them off the stream. Maybe they'll wrap it up. Who knows? But we will do After News at 5. They haven't realized it yet. Sunspot, send this to Ibramax. Walk away. Heart, love you. Thank you. Sunspot, I appreciate that. Oh, look. Now they've realized that I've taken them off the stream. Now let's see what they do. They think I've stopped. They think I've stopped. They think I've stopped. Oh, they're going to unmute me. We're going to put them back now. Putting them back. Because there's going to be a big delay.
And then unmute.
Well, blessed be the Lord Jesus. I still can't hear her.
Can you hear her now?
It's why is it going back to screenception here?
Ooh, things are getting crazy. We're going into the Matrix. Everyone, take the blue pill.
They still have no idea what's going on because they can't hear me.
Wait, did I share the wrong one?
Did your stream end? Oh no, wait.
They're so confused about what's going
Have
on.
I ever told you guys how much I like soy milk? I like to bathe in it. I like to make sure it's in
They
all
have
of my
no idea what's
orifices.
going on right now.
I like to have soy all over my body, and then every once in a while, when I'm feeling really low, I do a little bump of soy.
Now they're streaming their own stream.
besides
Okay,
Alex
congratulations.
Jones?
You guys just streamed your own stream.
She's back watching us again, I think.
Can you do Molyneux?
I've never tried doing a Molyneux. I'll have to try that one.
What tarot card represents them? Probably the Fool.
It's just kind
Probably
of
the
French
Fool.
and Molyneux.
Okay, yeah, she's back to watching us again.
Oh, is she? Hey, darling. We finally meet, darling. Darling,
That's my
I'll
name
have to try that one.
What tarot card represents them? Probably the Fool.
It's just kind of
Probably the
French
Fool.
and
Oh, we have audio now.
Oh, we're doing tarot readings about us.
Yeah, she's back to watching us again.
Oh, is she? Hey, darling. We finally meet, darling.
Did you guys see me
Darling,
pull any tarot
darling,
cards? My tarot
that
cards
one.
aren't even in this
What
room.
tarot
What tarot card represents them? Probably the Fool.
It's just kind of
Probably the
French
Fool.
and
Oh, we have audio now.
Molyneux. Oh, we're doing tarot readings about us.
Yeah, she's back to watching us again.
Oh,
Now they're
is she?
streaming
like
the
when
audio
it
of their own
moves.
stream because they're
We finally
idiots.
meet, darling.
Did you guys see me
Darling,
pull any tarot
darling,
cards? My tarot
that
cards
one.
aren't even in this
What
room.
tarot card represents them? Probably the Fool.
They
Okay,
have fucked up the
let's
sound of
hear it
this
again.
something
We've
fierce.
got, like,
Yeah, this was making me crazy.
yeah.
They have
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up the sound to it's something fierce. Oh, Victor's here with my knitting. Yay!
Wow.
I fixed the problem though. Although, yeah, it would loop and
If
loop
you
and
wanted to
loop
give me
and
more
loop.
coffee,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell if who was actually
I'm
talking.
doing a meta reaction.
Or if it was
She
just
said her tarot cards are not
Huh?
in the room, and that's all
Yeah.
I think she said.
You're like, I don't even know what's
It
going
was
on right
really
now.
trippy, though.
Victor doesn't know what's going on right now.
What do we got here?
Thank you, Victor.
I know I'm going to start spending my evenings. I'm
I
just
have my
going to like
knitting!
loop YouTube shows.
One of them said they're gonna make us some tofu and black bean garlic sauce. I mean, that's nice.
That actually sounds really nice.
That sounds awesome.
I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
eaten
I
tofu.
Garlic.
I
love
don't think you're a
tofu.
chef, so
At least I
I'll
can
pass.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
I completely forgot about the comments. My bad, everyone. But I do love how someone told me, John, thank you. Shut up, nerd.
John, thank you. Shut up, nerd. That's perfect. Yeah, I'll make them some tofu and black. Yeah, thank you. I really do appreciate that.
Oh,
What was that?
That was
Talk the wave of the
I
future.
wonder. Is she? Oh yeah, I can't turn like. I was gonna see if I could turn on like subtitles for her stream so I could see what was going on.
no, you can't.
let me see if I can.
doesn't-
No,
I mean, I
there's
suppose you
not
could, but-
automatically generated subtitles.
Yeah,
Too bad.
it's
So
funny because
sad.
people keep saying like it's really boring to watch us right now, but there's 104 people watching her stream.
Because they're watching you guys look like idiots.
104 really bored people.
105 now.
Uh-oh.
I think
Yeah,
we're gonna have to combine these streams at some point. I just get that feeling, Carl.
Victor, I love you. You're such a good man.
I don't think she wants to come on.
Thank you.
Can we come on your Can we come on your show?
No,
Yeah,
you
we
can't.
all wanna come on.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we'll come on
you
yours.
cannot come on my show. No.
Fakertarians gang, yo yo.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we can
They
all
don't
come
know
on.
how to
We'll all
do
behave.
YouTube. They really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll be
they're
like the
watching
Muppet
me,
Show.
not you.
Love the Muppet Show. I miss the Muppet Show.
I've been watching repeats on YouTube, and it's just as good as my little childhood brain remembered.
They don't know how to do YouTube.
Don't know how to do YouTube? Maybe not, but I know how to do your
Dalu. I
mom.
appreciate that. I appreciate
We
that.
are watching Carlin, Dippy. Except you're watching Carlin watching us, so you're also watching us.
Streamception.
I will give you
I
guys
don't
an
understand
open
how
invite to
that's
come and watch Happy Hour with us.
not something they can
I
understand.
think that's a great invitation, Reagan.
They're
Thank
pretty
you.
dense. I noticed that the other night. They honestly, I don't know if it's intentional or if they're really just that dense.
Well, I think the one who offered us to make us that tofu thing was pretty nice.
Me too. Me too.
I'm thinking about
That
setting
fella
up
there,
like
he
a knitting
stands out.
cam so you guys can
That's a
see
good
me
person.
knitting at the same time as the
I
reaction.
enjoy
I just
some
don't know how
tofu
to
and
do
black
it, but I am
beans.
thinking about doing
A lot
that.
of nutrients in those black
Can we
beans.
all
A lot of
go?
people don't realize it.
Here's
just an open
$5. Please
invitation
give
for us to
$1
go
to
on
each of
something on our
them.
second YouTube
It's a
channel. Can we all go?
donation towards obtaining brains.
Are we all
May they
invited?
one day find higher cerebral
Is that
functions.
invitation for now, or is that
Yes.
like
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
her knitting is more engaging than Fakertarians?
Mm-hmm.
Must be some
What
friends
is she
in there.
currently knitting?
Oh, we're gonna get a
Show us
dog.
what you're knitting.
Yeah, show us your knitting.
No. I'm
Like,
good.
I actually think knitting is cool.
Oh,
Maybe there'll be
They
something
think
about
that-
you I like.
we need money towards obtaining
take
brains.
Oh, that was cute and clever and about 10 years old.
I don't think we can
You're one
buy
to
black
talk.
market brains with $1 though. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
we're probably
sure.
gonna need a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
only going to
thought
get
your
us like
donation's
1
a little
gram
bit.
of brain.
Yeah, they didn't say like full size. Maybe that meant, something they're more accustomed to.
Well, at
Hey,
that
if you-
point, 3D print the brain.
True. But I was going to say, if that person's really sincere, just send $55 to me to help my brain.
Nah. They're sending it to me instead.
Okay, well, let's check the comments again. I still think we need to combine these streams.
Do you
I think-
guys really
I don't
do you
think we
guys
can
really
handle
want
this.
me to do knitting videos? Is that really
I
what you
think that
want?
is the ultimate
Like
outcome.
I'll do knitting videos. I
can
just
just
don't think
build
anyone
attention.
would watch them.
Yeah.
Like I'll do them, but
What if the entirety of this
Knitting gets very
timeline
boring
of
after a
this
minute,
multiverse
you
ends
know?
when we do that, though?
It's possible.
I
Maybe
mean, the
that's what-
Ghostbusters said not to cross the streams.
Yeah. It's a way to other worlds and realms, I believe. Maybe this will be good. Maybe we'll enter the realm of good Dave Smith. Maybe he'll actually be funny.
Okay, we're up to 115 now. Now it went down to 111. That's still good though. That's still pretty good.
oh,
Can y'all
I kinda-
imagine?
thank you,
y'all
Boom
imagine
Her. I
big Josh
appreciate
Smith?
that. Thank you.
Like, they're supporting his kids.
He does now. I'll stand up for him there.
Yeah, he seems to be.
He's
And you
got-
know
he's
what,
got that.
John, the reason I bring that up is like in the discussion you had the other night, it just doesn't matter, because then she turns right back around and she says the opposite of what was just apparently and absolutely true. And really, I never made fun of any of Josh's kids or any of his personal things until he just turned into an outright douche.
Well, yeah, that happened.
I mean, that's when I went.
All of these people are
I
just
tried to play
obsessed with the
nice
fact
too,
that they aren't
but
best friends.
You know what I've learned? You can't. Not with this ilk.
That's what it is. They're all like depressed
Is anyone
teenagers that
here
they
afraid
aren't
of
in the cool
witches?
kids club.
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
Actual witches on her.
Witches are hot, dude.
How about we get the witches and us on Carlin's show right now?
That would be fun.
No, they're so obsessed. They want to come on my
It
channel
can be like
so
we can have
badly.
just like a bunch of
No.
like the panels across the screen. The screen will look like the Brady Bunch.
No, Jackie. There's no way. No. I veto that one.
Just so you know, Man Baby's reading the comments. We have had 5 times the viewership on videos. So Carlin's where actual productive conversation has been had. This is Clown Hour.
This is Clown Hour.
Cool.
I kind of hope she just starts live streaming all of our podcasts. That'd be pretty
No.
cool.
Me too. This is just a lot of fun. It's a good way to kill time on a Sunday. And what they call it? The clown hour?
Yeah,
Clown Hour.
Well, we're not nominating.
We need to start using that.
We're not nominating pro-Trump people for gubernatorial races.
In fact, I was nominated for a gubernatorial race.
Clown show, are we?
I would say something.
Archie,
how
many
$60,000 a year?
How many people did you recruit into the Libertarian Party of Vermont before
Can
they
he
kicked your
afford a
ass out?
smartphone with internet service to do a 5-minute Google? I think he can. In fact, I know he can. So, why didn't he Google?
He must be really happy right now. It's his season. He gets to go out and play Leprechaun all over the streets.
Okay, what do we got?
But he's not a lucky Leprechaun, that's for sure.
I'm in the chat now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, because one of them said like, what did they say? Why don't they enter the chat and communicate with us?
Yeah,
So
I'm
I said,
about
hey.
over this, to be honest. It's really like,
hey, what's up, girl?
Not even that fun. Like they
We are
make this
communicating
boring.
with them.
They
We're reading
literally
their
make this
chats and
boring.
we're
It's so
replying
sad.
in real time.
I'm
waving. We need to get
like
these 2 streams
this is
together.
they have this opportunity to reach significantly more people than they usually reach, and they're not even taking advantage of it. It's like a wasted opportunity.
I think Anthony just gave us $2.
No, he
Thanks,
gave me
Anthony.
$2.
How is that to us?
It's not.
That's part of hers.
That's the joke, Archie.
Okay.
It's not a joke. It's not actually funny. I mean,
But
you guys
you're
want to
always
laugh
so
about the money you
serious,
don't
Sean.
have, then fine.
No, I
but
know. It's like Dave Smith trying to make a joke.
Knitting is fun. Watching these half-wits is not. Well, that's cool, Anthony. I never asked to compete with knitting. Like, that was never one of my life goals to say, boy, I hope I'm better than knitting someday. So good for you, Anthony. Enjoy that knitting.
Can you guys read the wiki of a random Star Trek character?
I'm sure we could.
Since they're not talking about me anymore, we're gonna take them off the stream. If they start talking about me again and I'm still listening to them, they can come back on the stream. We're gonna hang out. I got maybe another 20 minutes that I can do this. I'm just gonna sit here and knit. Do you guys want to see what I'm knitting? Hang on, I just need to get into a Oh. Now they're just sitting there not saying anything. See, now I can't show you guys what I'm knitting because they asked. No. And now I can't show you guys. It's all their fault. They're literally not saying anything. They're just sitting there. This is how rent-free I live in their heads. They think this is funny. They think this is like the highest level of their content. The highest level of their content. I don't have audio issues. I can hear everything that they're saying. They're just not saying anything. Say it. Now, they're not saying it because I'm not streaming them. They're saying they're like, I have a lot to say. They're like, I have a lot to say. They want so desperately to be back on this stream right now. They're so upset that I took them off my stream. I'm listening to what they're saying. They can join my locals and come to our calls if they want to talk to me. If they want to come and join my locals, they absolutely can. Oh, wait. They're talking about me again. Let's bring them back.
She's saying we're not saying anything.
He was just
that
saying,
doesn't
she's
mean
a
she
chicken
isn't
shit.
actually hearing us.
Yeah.
So we need to tell her
join
really.
my locals and come to our calls if they want to talk to me. If they want to come and join my locals, they absolutely can.
We need to tell her a really funny joke.
Wait,
all of Dave
they're
Smith's
talking about me
jokes
again.
are off the
Let's bring
table.
them
She's saying we're not saying anything. That doesn't
she's a
mean she
chicken
isn't
shit.
actually hearing us.
Yeah.
So
They
we need to
can.
tell
They
her
can join
really.
I did say you were a chicken shit, Carlin, because you're a lot like Josh Smith. You won't face anyone who is a detractor. Also, all I wanted to talk to you about was your knitting. Seriously, I wanted to know about your history of knitting, what your skills are. But no,
I'm not inclined to talk to you about
that. You just want to sit there and knit away in silence, talking to your.
I'm pretty sure I'm not. Again, they're saying you guys are in a cult. This is all people have. This is all these people have. They're always like, she's running a cult.
Unless we want the sound back
always
on.
act alike.
No, I would create a loop.
Okay.
Yeah.
A loop of the sound would be bad.
Yeah, she said she's not inclined to talk to us about the knitting.
They can come join my locals if they want to talk about the knitting.
I turned the sound back on, but I made it extremely low.
Yeah, I heard it for a second.
So that way we don't really have a loop. We can still talk over it pretty easily, and it's not like an infinite. Apparently, if we have to go to our locals, I guess.
I think it's like $5 a month or something. I don't know. Maybe
it is $5 a month. $5
I'm
a
not
month
giving
or
$5.
$50 a year.
What if one of us pays $5 and we like combine our streams somehow and be on the call?
Nope. Not allowed.
That would be okay.
Not allowed.
Because then it's like we're giving $1 each.
Judy! Oh my gosh, Judy! Thank you for the super chat. Message to the Fakertarians. We appreciate Carlin. This stream might be the exception.
Or $50 a year.
Sorry, Judy.
$50 a year.
I promise I will do a great stream at 5.
Nah, I got me
We'll
some
be
cool
doing
OnlyFans girls. I give them money too.
Much better stream at 5 o'clock, but I appreciate the super chat, Judy. Thank you for that. Sean Patrick says, "Is Archie going to continue with the Libertarian Party of Vermont?"
Give us money too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great question, Archie. Are you going to continue with the Libertarian Party of Vermont now that you have been removed from the chair for not allowing anyone in the party and almost losing ballot access? Are you planning on continuing with the party?
That's cool.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going till 5 o'clock with you guys.
Okay, I mean, we can take shifts.
I'm not going to 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I want this to be done much like the old telethons of yore.
Yeah.
Who's got a ukulele?
Archie's not going to answer this.
I do, sadly.
I can play a
You don't have a ukulele handy? You disappoint me, Brian.
I'm at work. I'm at the vape shop.
Maybe if we go till 5, that's when she brings us on.
No.
Maybe.
We're watching the decline of the Fakertarian Party.
See, we'll have entertainment. It'll be fun. There'll be refreshments.
Oh, don't I know it?
Yeah.
Don't I know it?
You disappoint me, Brian.
I mean,
got batteries.
My cat's over there cleaning himself.
There's still 102 people watching this.
They're watching me, not
you. We can
you.
just watch my cat clean himself.
So what else have we address pretty much all the issues from her reaction from yesterday, or is there more material?
So at least from when it was just me and Hilda-chan, however many hours ago that was.
So yes, they've already addressed all the issues. They've done no real reaction stream. They've already addressed all the issues.
Not being serious. I know I talked about that.
Why are these people paying her $50 a month?
They're not paying me $50 a month. They're paying me $5 a month.
Yeah, why are they, a year?
What do they get? I'm just curious.
They get to hang out with me.
That's really weird. So it is a cult.
Yes, you guys are in a cult.
Maybe she's just a really good Zoom call person.
Maybe it's like a multi-level marketing thing.
I'm wondering.
Amway.
Yes, it's a multi-level marketing thing.
Pay me $5 and I'll tell you how to get other people to join your Zoom calls for $5 each.
That sounds about right, Archie.
See, they're against capitalism.
All from Tom
they're against capitalism.
I don't know. She was associated with the Republicans before, so it's probably something.
No, was never really associated with the Republicans.
Yeah, I don't know her history.
Wrong. Wrong again.
You said Republicans
Wrong again.
almost as if there's a difference between Tom and Republicans.
Wrong again.
Oh, he's just a Republican. That picture of him with DeSantis.
Oh, I remember Tom tweeting the other day about how DeSantis was the greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I replied to him, "You're a Republican."
Yep. Fucking, yeah, Toe Bishop.
Toe.
Oh, that guy is such a dork.
It's funny trying to listen to what she's saying. I think she's panning us about capitalism or something.
Yeah,
probably.
Pointing out that you are not in favor of capitalism, even though you claim to be libertarians. Yes.
I practice capitalism.
Yes.
Give me
maybe no one sees value in Fakertarian content. That is exactly correct.
Someday I'm going.
No one sees value in their content. That's why they have 200 subscribers and aren't even monetized.
But seriously, like, why would I pay her $5 a month when I can get a good OnlyFans girl?
Exactly.
Guys, I have a story to read
me.
Yeah. Let's read the story.
Do it. Let's read the story. Story time with John.
Actually, I wonder if I can share. It would be good to share my screen because it's a picture book.
Oh,
give me a second.
They don't even have enough content for a single stream on their own. That's correct. They don't even have enough.
Share screen.
I mean, you guys keep the super chats coming. Maybe I really will go till 5. I don't know. Incognito, Cosmic, why are you obsessed with race by thinking someone's name sounds white? Let me guess, you call yourself an anti-racist. Let's just leave that up until they answer it, because they've taken me off now, so we're just going to leave this up.
In the Great Green Room, there was a telephone.
Wow.
And a red balloon. And a picture of a cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs. And 2 little kittens. And a pair of mittens, and a little toy house, and a young mouse.
What the fuck?
And a comb, and a brush.
Carlin derangement syndrome is a real thing. I'm just going to say it. Carlin derangement syndrome is a real fucking thing. Thank you for the super chat, Helig. I appreciate it.
Good night, room.
I want to keep this one up, though. I want to keep this one up for when they eventually come back, because they just can't resist.
Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Good night, kittens.
No, I don't think they are stoned, Scott. I don't think they are. They're just being idiots.
And good night, socks. Good night, little
This
house.
book is apparently their safe
good night,
space.
mouse.
Like,
good night, comb, and good night, brush. Good night, nobody. Good night, mush.
Apparently, Sin. Apparently, this is all they can do is read other people's books. They have no original thoughts of their own. They just read other people's stuff.
Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere.
This is so stupid.
Okay.
John, we are waiting for you to answer a question.
I really
guess
enjoyed
Cosmic,
that, and
you want him
it
to
really
answer a question.
Postures many thoughts and many questions. Was the old lady yelling hush? Was that Carlin? And had she knitted those mittens for the kittens?
Who is this guy?
Just things to think about.
I'm looking at the comments right now.
This guy is a moron.
Let me see.
I can bring her stream back up.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, bring my stream back up.
Is this book their safe space?
Oh my
God. Now entered the Twilight Zone. What are these people even doing right now? Wow. Are they showing up?
Good. Maybe now we can get the question answered.
Are they seriously reading Goodnight Moon? And they want us to take and they want us to take us seriously. Good night, Fakertarians.
We were having a book reading. Good
Why
God.
are they reading this? Saving this video for CPAC. Okay, what else we got here?
Wow.
This is what happens in leftist circles for those who are unaware.
Still waiting for them to answer this question.
This is super SJW.
Why is no one answering this question?
How in the cosmic? Why are you obsessed with race?
There we go.
By thinking someone's name sounds white. Let me guess. You call yourself an anti-racist, right? No, Cracker. I'm just the cosmic Cracker. My honky ass can out honky you any day, boy.
Doesn't he sound like someone you want to be associated with?
So much into it.
He definitely sounds like someone we want to be associated with.
Are they saying they want another story or what?
That's definitely something we want to be associated with.
I'm thinking they might want another story.
You have any Shel Silverstein handy?
Okay.
No, but I do have another.
I'm gonna mute them again. I can hear them. They're just talking about reading another story. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna remove them from the stream entirely. I can still hear them. They're talking about Dr. Seuss or some such shit. I'm about to wrap this up, guys. I'm gonna get about another 7 minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up by about 3. I still gotta get prepared for effed up news. They're talking about how Dr. Seuss was never really canceled, but a crazy sect of right-wingers said that he was canceled because they don't know what they're talking about. John, are you scared of answering? Yes. Now they're reading The Cat in the Hat because they're convinced that Republicans have made it up that Dr. Seuss was canceled when they did not. God. I mean, I don't know what it is about me. I don't know what it is. And I'm listening to their stream to see if they come back to anything salient. But, like, there is something about me that makes people expose their own insanity. I really don't understand it. I agree with you, Metastep. Most moronic stream ever. It is a ginormous waste of time. It is. They're reading The Cat in the Hat right now. Guys, if you're enjoying the fact that I'm bringing this this little bit of insanity to everyone, please mount that like button for me. I will be doing a serious stream at 5 o'clock. We'll be doing effed up news of the week, which is a stream that I do on Sundays at 5, talking about some of the more effed up news stories. I will be looking in my locals community to see if you guys have anything to contribute to effed up news. I got to get ready for it in about 5 minutes. We're going to wrap up the stream so I can prepare for the actual stream we're going to do at 5 o'clock. And sadly, I do actually think that these idiots, I do think these idiots will literally go all day. I mean, don't unsubscribe over stuff like that. There's much better stuff to unsubscribe over. Come on. God. You do say I do attract gay men. I don't know what it is. I attract gay men like fucking magnets. I'm going to show you guys what they're literally reading Cat in the Hat right now. I don't have the sound on, but they're literally reading Cat in the Hat. That's what they're doing. I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before I wrap up in about 4 minutes? Anything else you guys want me to display on the screen? You go ahead and let me know. This is the best they have. They have someone elevating their content out to a new audience, and they're like, I know, we will read Dr. Seuss. I definitely have better things to unsubscribe for that's not this. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's that Carlin doesn't pander to people. She tells it like it is while being her true self. I do try, Caleb. I really do. Yep. I think that's about all we're going to do today. I think I've made my point. So I'm going to cut the stream, guys. Thank you again for the super chats. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. I will be back live at 5 o'clock today for Effed Up News, and I will see you guys then. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.